Get 2 years free maintenance. Visit Hodges Mazda today or shop online at HodgesMazda.com. See dealer for details. Terms and fees for qualified applicants expires July 1st, 2024.
Hey folks, this is Dave Benyon with my son Ammon here from Zero Res. Ammon, you've been cleaning air ducts for a while now. What are some of the reasons customers might consider getting their air ducts cleaned?
There are many reasons. Many times, people suffer needlessly from poor indoor air quality produced by the conditions in their air system. Construction dust, the presence of bacterial growth, and years' worth of buildup all come together to make your air ducts a pretty gross place. If you suffer from allergies, have recently moved, recently remodeled, or have never had your air ducts cleaned, then now is the best time to call. By calling Zero Res, you'll have the peace of mind of knowing that you called the best of the best. Our state-of-the-art truck mount system and top-of-the-line service representatives simply can't be found anywhere else. Google Zero Res and read thousands of 5-star reviews.
So what kind of deals can I expect?
Just mention that you heard us on the radio, and we'll give you $100 off your air duct cleaning.
Wow, that sounds like a pretty great deal. Remember, folks, Zero Res,
spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Save money while beautifying your home with Renewal by Andersen. With energy-efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors. Their exclusive Fibrex product is chic, tough, easy to maintain, and twice as strong as vinyl. Right now, buy one window or patio door and get one 40% off. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 1 year. But restrictions apply. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com for details.
License number CGC 1527613.
If your AC won't turn on, just call Vaughn's. That's Vaughn's Heating and Air. Unlike others, there's no overtime or same-day upcharges at Vaughn's. Just great service when you need it. So remember, if your AC won't turn on, just call Vaughn's.
I'm sure many of you guys feel like you wish you could be as fit as you were in your 20s. The dad bod is really tough to shed. I'm Dr. Lance Snyder, and I did something about it through Dr. Rappaport at the Jax Aesthetic Center. I'm active, I played college sports, and I still work out a few times a week. Nothing worked. As a doctor and a dad, I want to be around as long as possible and feel good about my body. Dr. Rappaport put together a personalized treatment plan that worked. It was easy for me to make appointments, get to those appointments, and get back to work in time. I also recommend the Imsella chair for any urinary issues or ED. Dr. Rappaport has some state-of-the-art treatment options for men. And the M-Sculpt Neo is an abs blast. 20,000 crunches in 30 minutes. Give yourself your own gift this Father's Day at the Jax Aesthetic Center. Build muscle and lose fat. Call or text today, 904-808-2455. That's 904-808-2455. You won't be sorry.
Is your roof ready to weather the storm? Don't take chances with your home safety. Trust the experts at Universal Roof and Contract. Get peace of mind knowing your home is protected from the elements. They'll ensure your roof is in top shape to handle anything Mother Nature throws its way. Right now, get 10% off a re-roof or repairs, plus a free wind mitigation with a full roof replacement. Call 855-ROOF-HELP or click universalroof.com to schedule your free roof inspection. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
Cataracts are the leading cause of vision loss in the United States and blindness worldwide. Hicken here for Bowdnine Associates. June is Cataract Awareness Month. Cataracts are a condition that causes the eye's lens to become cloudy, which can block or change the way light passes through the eye. Bowdnine is here to take care of you or someone you know who are experiencing faded colors, intensified brightness to light, or poor night vision. Call or visit Bowdnine.com to schedule your consultation. Bowdnine Associates, they're keeping the First Coast focused.
Are you looking for that perfect Father's Day gift? Look no further than Shooters this Thursday through Sunday, June 13th through the 16th. Shooters and Smith & Wesson are bringing you the largest Smith & Wesson sale of the year with the largest savings of the year. Click away with a Smith & Wesson M&P 1522, very affordable, just $429. Save $70. The most popular small frame defense revolver on the market, the Airweight 38 Special, for only $469. Save $70. The hottest selling concealed carry pistol, the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus 9mm for only $399. You save $150. Get unmatched value with the new Smith & Wesson SD9 2.0 handgun for a low $279. Save $80. Shooters and Smith & Wesson Father's Day sale, the largest sale of the year, June 13th through the 16th at Shooters, 5085 University Boulevard West. See the full ad at shootersjacks.com. Shooters Jacks. homerism.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Coogan Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Prosser.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth.
Rise and shine, Googans. Go time on a Monday morning. We got to get this work week off to a good start. Another steamy start out there this morning. We need some rain, don't we, man? We need some rain. Got technical difficulties right out the gate. That's what I do to you here on a Monday. It's a Monday. Hey, what can you say? It's a Monday, so we'll get you up and going here. The mini camp. This is the last soiree, as it were, until the Jaguars reconvene for training camp. And I guess what I'm struck by as we sit here, and we'll talk a bunch about, not just the mini camp, but positioning here. I guess what strikes me is we really didn't. At least not yet. We didn't do anything in that second wave, did we? Right? Any of those veterans that are still sitting there at the positions that maybe we could use a little bit more. Edge rusher, corner. They even receiver. It was kind of eye-opening doing that little experiment we did with numbers last week. And if you looked at the amount of career production from the receiver group 1 year ago, it was 2 or 3 times more. Now, granted, you got a first-round rookie projected in the starting lineup, but it's 2 or 3 times more than the amount of production that this group holds in its career, albeit one of them yet to be started. So it's probably a good time to let's just get one more look at the landscape. As far as what's out there, right? There's still some fine-tuning, isn't there, to be done to this roster? And perhaps they're still in the, evaluation part of just exactly what they've put together for the 2024 season. I would suspect that in the time between the minicamp and the training camp that Trevor's deal would get announced. That would give you a more concrete look at what this year and the upcoming year's salary caps will look like. And maybe then you make your move. Wow, I got a little Gator baseball fever, I'm not going to lie. That escalated quickly. A Florida baseball team that we honestly went into selection weekend, or Monday, whatever day it was, I was off. It's usually a Monday, isn't it? They did like on Memorial Day, I think, usually. But Florida snuck in. They got over 500 at the end of the year, which was mandatory. There was a big series at the end of the season that Florida, already out of SEC contention, long gone, but they really needed to win 2 out of 3 to get over that 500 mark and guarantee themselves, even with a one and done in the SEC tournament, of still at least being eligible for the NCAA tourney in the College World Series. And they went to Georgia, a really good team, a team that will play today against NC State in the decider for them to go to the College World Series. But Florida near the bottom of the SEC standings, Georgia near the top, and the Gators went into Athens, and they won 2 out of 3 when they had to. And as it turns out, that was more of an omen than the overall season struggles, I guess. And look, I'm coming to the party late here. I'll lead those uninitiated. If you devoted 40, 50 games of Gator baseball this year, props. But that series win late in the year, even though they went one and done in the SEC tournament, they did get in. We know what happened in the regional, coming out of the losers bracket, beat the host, Oklahoma State, twice. And then they go to Clemson. We talked Friday. Florida has this player, Jack Caglione, and he's fantastic. Going to be a top 5 player in the draft. There's a lot to unpack from this baseball game yesterday, but big picture, Caglione hit a huge go-ahead homer in Game 1. Florida came from behind. They won 10-7. They take Game 1. It sets up yesterday. And, man, Caglione was on the mound. He hit a 2-run homer off the bat to kind of set the tone. Now, the Florida wasn't able to hold the lead. He wasn't particularly sharp on the pitcher's bump either. But this game had it all, man. It had some controversial, I think, over-officiating. It had tempers flaring. It had unbelievable defense. It had dramatic long ball. It had extra innings, and ultimately it had a walk-off for Florida, a 2-run single after they had given up a run in the 13th inning, loaded the bases with no outs and brought 2 in, and off to Omaha they go. Wow. Not expected, to say the least, as the postseason got done. We had very dire predictions here on just what the path would be. Oh, by the way, FSU, haven't mentioned them yet because they're like a machine right now. Did you see that football score they put up on UConn in Game 1? What was it, Friday afternoon? I'm just going through my phone. Oh, let's see, how's FSU doing? Oh, it's 24-3. Pretty good. And then they finished off a clean sweep. They go off to Omaha. North Carolina and Virginia are off to Omaha. What conference do those 3 schools play in? The ACC. FSU, North Carolina, Virginia. There's 8 teams in the College World Series, so let me finish my thought here. But FSU, North Carolina, and Virginia have advanced to the College World Series. Wow, that's pretty good. 3 of the 8. Hold on. Also advancing to the College World Series. You ready? Florida, Kentucky, Texas A&M, Tennessee, and I'm leaving one out. Shame on. Point is Florida. Oh no, that's it. 4. And Georgia, NC State play today. It's the last spot up for grabs. So it's either going to be 4 ACC and 4 SEC in the 8-team College World Series, or it's going to be 3 ACC and 5 SEC in the College World Series. 4 SEC schools into the Men's College World Series this weekend. Florida outlasting Clemson. Tennessee ended Evansville's surprise run. Texas A&M had a 9-run inning to pull away from Oregon. And Kentucky made program history, and they beat Oregon State. And now Georgia hosts NC State today to fill the last spot. And either way, it's going to be all ACC, SEC, which is, at the very least, statistically improbable. But we'll get more into the bracket, and there's, like I said, there's a lot to unpack. That was a fun baseball game yesterday. Let me tell you the kind of fortune I have, though, E.T. Good morning, friend. How are you?
Shot passe, Jeffrey.
Exciting win for the Sharks on Saturday night.
Oh, man, that was a game.
Yeah, man. The Sharks scored on the last play of the game, right?
Last play of the game.
Last play of the game to get up a much-needed victory. So Jason Gibson will join us today. At least he can exhale. The Sharks can exhale. Good for them. I know they're working through some real difficulties, and so be able to pull that thing out in the end, I'm sure, was exciting for them. So yesterday, the day goes something like this. Et, I get churched up. That's on the reg.
Yes, sir.
This time we took the grandson.
Oh,
churched him up. Of course, at this stage, 18 months. That means to the nursery.
E-money.
Yeah. Then we went and did a little. I don't want to. No one in particular, but may have gone to like a little wing joint afterward.
Okay.
The 3 of us, right? We're just grooving a little bit.
A little razzle dazzle.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Just hanging out. Put him in a high chair. He's just like, it's like a big old like open air sports bar type place,
Yeah, he loving life.
Oh, there's so much stimuli in there, buddy. He is just he's won the place over, by the way. Every waitress wants to take him home. And then I head to the house, and then I settle into some sports watching.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch golf. I'm watching the Gators. I'm watching the Braves. Man, the Braves stink. That's another story. Forget them. Yeah, you're in luck, you Googans, who think I talk too much Braves baseball. That'll do it for that discussion for the hour. But anywho, I settle into the Gator baseball game, right? Started at 2:30. Like I said, there was all kinds of excitement up to a point that shame on me for not knowing the exact score, but Florida had pulled ahead like 7-4 or 8-5. They had a 3-run lead. It was the 7th inning. In fact, part of the drama that I just skipped over, Clemson was down 3 in the 9th. They had a 3-run, 2-out homer in the 9th inning to tie the game. But back to my point, I get to watch Florida jump ahead, lose the lead, and then pull ahead even again with a little bit of insurance. Now it's about, 5:15, and one of my boys says, hey, Pops, you want to just go play 9 real quick?
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, Gators are in hand. Braves stink. Sorry, another mention. The golf, I'll DVR, but Scheffler's up 3 here. We're good.
Right.
So I thought. And ultimately it was right. Point being, I go over, I play a quick 9, takes about an hour and a half, and I come back on expecting to just kind of systematically just fast forward through this Gator game, watch them dogpile at the end, yippee-ki-yay, we're going on to the World Series. But when I turn on the television, it's still on the channel I had it on, and Florida, I see that it's the 13th inning, and Clemson has just hit a home run. But it's 2 outs, boom, Gators get out of the inning. Before I know it, they got first and second, no out. Then the bases are loaded, and then they've won the game. Point being, I got lucky because I got to see the fun part where they built the lead. Then I went and played golf and didn't have to live through the heartbreak of a 3-run homer in the 9th or even the home run that gave them the lead. And then, boom, just like that, I see the walk-off. You're welcome, Gator fan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's how that worked. But big fan of the 8 o'clock start, at least, on the basketball. Just give me, 30 minutes is 30 minutes. See, I'll take it where I can get it.
Easy.
A good game, a better game. The Mavs just aren't getting anything outside of Luka, man. They're just not getting enough outside of Luka. My man had like 23 in the first half, and the Mavs trailed by 3. Guys got to be better. You know, you look at the Celtics, and I'm not sure if the MVP voting was through 2 games, Who would the MVP of the finals be if it was through 2 games?
Oh, man, it got it. I don't know. It'd be between Tatum and Brown.
It might be Drew Holiday.
Yeah, that's true. Drew, well, he finished with over 20 and did he have a double-double?
He had 26, 11, and 3 assists. 11 of 14 from the field. And, boy, the Celtics got off to a rotten 3-point shooting start, and that allowed the Mavs to jump out. In fact, they put a stat up, or they noted a stat, that the Celtics had a 3-pointer in the first quarter of every game this year, including the playoffs. And there was the Mavs were at the free throw line. They were terrible, by the way, free throw shooting last night. You want to find a reason. They rallied to finish 16-24, but they started 2 of 8. And 16-24 stinks, by the way. But anyway, the Mavs get fouled. They're at the line, 5 or 6 seconds to go. And, it looks like the Celtics 3-point streak is going to run out. But it's like a free throw miss. They rush up the court. They get it to the corner, and Al Horford, at the buzzer, it's a 3-pointer to end the first. And it was actually just a little bit of a – well, it's kind of a big shot. I mean, the Mavs were up 6. He hits that 3. It takes a 3 at the end of 1. But ultimately, it's Boston 105-98. And you just look at – the Mavs yesterday, Luka's got 32, 11 rebounds, 11 assists. I mean, the guy's got 30-point triple-doubles. It's just not enough. Kyrie, another poor shooting night, 7 of 18, 0 of 3 from 3. 16 points. Not enough. And then you look at Boston, and you feel like every night there's a second or third guy. It might be Porzingis, who had 20 in game 1. It's Holiday, who had 26 last night. Derek White's always capable of getting you 20-plus. He had 18. Just too much, man, with Boston. It's just too much. I mean, we'll see. They're up 2-0. It is not a bright future for NBA teams that go down 2-0 in these best-of-7s. What's happening with Danny Hurley and the Lakers? My guy, the Bit Man, covering the NBA out in L.A., and we make fun of the Bit Man, Ping, but he does break stories. He's a jock sniffer, so he's connected to all these guys all throughout the league. And so we were making fun of the bit man because he had suggested J.J. Redick a couple weeks ago, and it looked like Danny Hurley was going to get the job. The bit man's doubling down. It's not going to be Hurley. Do we fade the bit man? Perhaps we should. We got a lot more to get to here on Our Plate on a Monday morning. It's an easy Monday with everything that goes on in the sports world over the course of the weekend. Set that World Series bracket for you as it sits with one spot up for grabs. Again, it's going to be all ACC, all SEC at the College World Series. I got some off-season sound, as we call it in the business. Some of the position coaches, and, it's still kind of parsing through the kind of the overall view of head coach Doug Peterson. And one angle in specific. We'll touch on that and more as we get up and going here on a Monday morning. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Expect acceleration.
He's got him. Oh, they're ready to go.
Sunday at Iowa Speedway. Brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234. From the station with the most horsepower, 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
This is the sound of turning small bets into legendary wins. Only on the Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook app. The sound of parlays. The sound of paydays. The sound of watching the game will never be the same. Hard Rock Bet has already paid out millions and millions in parlays to people across Florida. Download Hard Rock Bet now, and if your first bet doesn't win, get up to $100 back as a bonus bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to play. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
I have done in my career literally thousands of joint replacements.
Meet Dr. Mitchell Scheinkup, National Medical Director at QC Kinetics, an acclaimed orthopedic surgeon who now advises patients try all they can do to avoid the knife and consider regenerative medicine.
I myself was able to continue skiing for 10 years after my knees started to be a problem because I accessed regenerative medicine.
Now, after 20 years of study, research, teaching, publications, and clinical experience, Dr. Scheinkup is regarded as one of America's true pioneers.
This is the future of medicine.
Dr. Scheinkup came to QC Kinetics after seeing what they were doing around the country, helping tens of thousands of patients get lasting relief from joint pain with no surgery and no drugs.
QC is so far ahead of the game in its science, its protocols, its people, its facilities.
Call now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 904-274-5522. That's 904-274-5522. 904-274-5522.
Because sports are life. 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
Nothing has a 10-year warranty except for a new AC unit from Vons. VONS. Vons Amazing 10. This is legit. A full 10-year warranty. It covers parts, labor, and refrigerant. That's an unmatched commitment they make to their customers, while others will charge extra for weekend and same-day emergencies. Not at Vons. No extra charges. Just great service when you need it, whether your unit needs to be repaired or replaced. Remember, if your AC won't turn on, just call Vons.
Oh, that big and broke line. No worries. I'll just go to fish-hook-repair.com and get these hooked on fish again. Oh, and while I'm on the site, I'll check out the Pro Shop with exclusive fish hook apparel for Jacksonville's coolest anglers. Fish-hook-repair.com. Don't forget the hyphens. It's the place for fishing gear.
Now that's what I call high-quality H2O. If you want high-quality water throughout your home, call your local water boy. We install equipment to solve any water problem. WaterBoyJAX.com.
All right, hey, listen, go back to Curtin. Let me tell you how I found out about Dr. Paul Busset at Integra Concierge Medicine. A friend of mine called and said, man, you got to get the word out on this guy, Doc Busset. He's gone through the bioidentical hormones, some of the plans and treatments that they have there. Testosterone in his case, says he's sleeping better than he ever has some chronic pain issues that have disappeared. Chronic fatigue, now gone. Man, it's time to talk about what's been bothering you and how one call can put you on the path to feeling better with Integra Concierge Medicine and Dr. Paul Bousset. From crippling allergies, low sex drive, your libido, chronic fatigue, find the cause, not just the cure, but the cause to get your hormones in balance and feel better soon. At Integra, I have my doctor on demand, Paul Bousset. No wait appointments that are always run on schedule. So it could be low sex drive, muscle soreness, mental fatigue, allergies, even chronic pain. Go to Integra, conciergemedicine.com.
Presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
You know who they're excited about over there as we get set for a minicamp? By the way, Josh Allen will be in town. I don't really find that to be news. That's expected. It's a mandatory minicamp. I don't recall if Allen missed the mandatory last year, but he was in, more of a contract situation. I know he skipped the offseason, all the voluntary part. Do you remember if he were here for the mandatory minicamp last year?
Yeah, I don't think he was.
Yeah, he may have skipped, but he is here this year. He's armed with that new contract, so certainly one of the assets on this Jaguars football team. You got to have players that are better than the league average players to be a consistent winner. How many of those do we have? The best teams have tons of them in addition to the absolute best at an important position or two. And, voila, you're a contender every year. Certainly Josh Allen would fit that when it comes to the Jags. In fact, then we look at what position were we looking at, E.T., where he ended up with like 2 in the top 24? Was it the guards? Is that what it was? They had Sheriff like 16 and Cleveland like 24?
Sounds about right.
Right, something like that. Then we looked at rush ends the other day, edge rushers, and Hicken had the list. I think it was Pro Football Focus, and Josh Allen was maybe 6 or 7, which, look, when you heard the names that they had listed above him, was not completely unfair. Guys that have had Josh Allen-type years more than once in their career, except for the outlier, Aiden Hutchinson, who they had ranked or graded or whatever the parameters were, ranked. And then we didn't see Trayvon Walker, right? Didn't it go like 32 deep and he wasn't on there?
That's correct.
Yeah. Let me give you a piece on the other side and tell me if this makes sense. Give me a young player, E.T., and when I say young, I mean within his first couple years on the team, who, based on what he's done so far, even though it doesn't include anything eye-popping, could emerge into a perennial Pro Bowler. Do we have a guy that fits that?
I don't think so.
Yeah. I wonder if Anton Harrison, if there is one, could be it. So many times with players that play positions like tackle, it's that second year. First year, they play a whole year. They get better at the end. Can you have a dominant year in year 2? They really like Anton Harrison down there. Be interested to talk to Tony Baselli as we get closer to and into football season on what he has seen from Harrison and his growth from one year to the next. It's easy to forget some of the areas that we ought to be able to count on improvement. Again, certainly made note of the difference in current career production among the receivers. But if you look on the other side, when you look at the offensive line going into this year, it's not just Mitch Morse. It's an upgrade, they feel, at guard with Ezra Cleveland, and it's a tackle who's now not a rookie tackle. He's a tackle that's played 500 snaps or, whatever the number is. So Anton Harrison is an interesting one. He is a guy who, look, I can't remember. I read so much in the offseason. I'm a voracious reader of all this, rankings and lists and, talent under this age or at this position. And somewhere along the line, with Harrison, it was like the last 7 games, it really clicked, right? His pass rush protection percentage, got 4 or 5 times better than it was in those first 7, 8, 9 games. Here's Harrison after one of the OTA workouts on where his confidence level lies.
I say my main thing is that confidence. Confidence is different. Just going through that first season, knowing, because coming in, I knew what I can do. I knew what type of player I was, but actually going out there and proving it, I feel like I've done that a little bit, and I just got to grow on that to really show everybody who I really am.
Well, Doug Peterson plays off that a little bit as well, okay? It's not just Harrison. There are other – Brenton Strange was a second-round pick. Tank Bigsby was a third-round pick. There are guys there that expectations dang well remain. We haven't even gotten into some of the injured guys we've talked about earlier in the OTAs, Ventrell Miller, Cooper Hodges. For teams to get good and stay good, you got to keep replenishing with talent that you feel like you need to make room for them to get on the field, not just, we hope they can fill in because we're going to lose that guy. There's a big difference. Doug Peterson at OTAs talked about all kinds of aspects with his roster, and we've been through some of this stuff over the course of the last week or two, the last week in particular. But since we are talking this morning about Harrison, who falls into, a bigger group for Trent Baalke and Doug Peterson, it's the year 2 group, last year's rookies. They, for a team to be successful, they need to be counted on and they need to come through.
I think it's big, going into year 2 for them. They've had an off season to kind of rest and get healthy, obviously, and then going into year 2, there's confidence there. We understand their ability and what they can do, and that's the part that as coaches we've got to see, and plugging them in and see where they can help us, and because when you finally get down to your 53, it's all 53 are available on game day, and all these guys have done a nice job, this offseason. Even the guys that were injured, and missed the season, are all contributing and doing a nice job.
All right, so there's Doug Peterson on those second-year players. Really, and it's not supposed to work this way. All right, but if we judged last season's rookie class by impact, Harrison by a mile.
Not even close.
I mean, the difference between Harrison and number 2 is greater than the difference between number 2 and number 7 or 8. Who's second, though? This is where it starts to get, Who's second? Who's the second most impactful rookie last year for the Jaguars?
I don't even know.
Is it Parker? Is it Parker Washington? Is that what we're left with? A receiver unit that got depleted to the point that the rookie got pushed in. I mean, Brenton Strange, what do you have, like a catch? I mean, I don't mean to be overly mean. What did Brenton Strange even end up with?
Probably Antonio Harris or Antonio Johnson.
Yeah, that's true. By the end of the year. Not much overall.
Yeah.
Johnson's a good one because he got hurt, right? And there's a lot of people counting an awful lot on Antonio Johnson. Let's hope he's up for it. That's a potential pitfall there, right? Counting an awful lot on a guy who hasn't shown much yet. And it's got to be gold, not fool's gold. And that's all due respect to Antonio Johnson. It's way too early to put him in any kind of category one way or the other. But, man, we need to be right on some of these, quote, feelings. These evaluatory and coaching instincts. We need to be right. More Jags talk as we move along this morning. Again, it's the mandatory mini camp, just a little bit more importance. But again, we've talked about it. Mandatory is relative. I mean, I get that you don't want your sport to need what you may think is artificial sales to get the attention that it could get. I mean, but for the life of me, I don't know how you don't put Caitlin Clark on the U.S. women's basketball team. What am I missing, E? What am I missing? Let me tell you, if Caitlin Clark were on the U.S. women's basketball team, where U.S. women's basketball would be in the Summer Olympics when it comes to coverage and interest here in the United States. You know who? You want me to go down the pecking order for you?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Simone Biles, Katie Ledecky, Caitlin Clark. That would be the register right there. That our U.S. women's basketball team doesn't have room on it for college basketball's all-time leading scorer and number one pick in the draft that just took place.
Now, how often do they normally take rookies on that team?
I can read you the list of like 7 that have made teams.
Okay.
Yeah. Taurasi, catching. I saw the list earlier. Doesn't make any sense, bro. I'm sorry, ladies. You know what? I don't mean it. This is not meant. The bottom 7 on the roster, dude, out of 15. Come on now. Bottom 5, then. Bottom 3. Can't find a spot on the U.S. Women's Olympic team for Caitlin Clark. I won't even argue how much or if she should play. And before you bombard with me, she hasn't really been that good so far. I will say that her last game out, I think it was like Thursday or Friday, she had a WNBA rookie record, 7 3-pointers and scored 30. Certainly a useful weapon, especially on a team that would be as good as the women's national team. She'd get more open threes playing for the women's national team, ET, than she's had in her life, facing, double and triple coverage at times in college in particular. I just don't, and I don't know what the reaction is. It'll be interesting to see what columns are being written, if they are. Like she has at every turn, Caitlin Clark handling it with class. Doesn't see it as a snub, but she does see it as motivation. 12 team members. The names were leaking, confirmed by Saturday. I'm excited for the girls that are on the team, Clark said. It's the most competitive team in the world. I know it could have gone either way, me being on the team or not being on the team. I'm going to be rooting for them to win gold. I was a kid that grew up watching the Olympics. It'd be fun to watch them. Gives me something to work for. Dream, hopefully one day I can be there. So she got the news Friday, and then that night scored 30 in the win over Washington. Seller beware. The U.S. roster does not include any players under the age of 26. And again, I'm not going to go through the other players. And again, I'm not saying they're not deserving, the ones that are on there. I'm not trying. I think Caitlin Clark's deserving to play. I think she's good enough. I'm just saying, it's not like, throwing an unworthy player. I'd be curious that in the history of the WNBA, if the number 1 pick in the draft wasn't on the next Olympic team, or if it was that year, and that may be the stat I saw. Taurasi, she may have gone. Sylvia Fowles was on the list. There were a few. Anywho, let's come back with a football fix. Let's get something that's going to scratch your itch just a little bit more. There are mini camps all around the league. I think everyone wants to kind of have a shop shut down by the end of this week. Everybody gets away 5 or 6 weeks, and then we're back to training camp before you know it. But it's football fix and more coming your way next. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, DivorceMenOnly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's VSIN Action Update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Michael Robertson with a 2-run double in the bottom of the 13th inning, and Florida walks off Clemson 11-10 to sweep the Clemson Super Regional and advance to the College World Series. The Gators 12-1 to win the national title. Florida State swept UConn out of the Tallahassee Super Regional. The Seminoles 4-1 to win the national championship. One more game today to determine the final spot in the College World Series. Georgia, $1.50 home favorite against NC State, plus 120 in Game 3 of the Athens Super Regional. It's Scotty Scheffler 3-1 this week to win the U.S. Open at Pinehurst #2. OmahaSteaks.com, promo code VSIN to save $10 off your Father's Day order. Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Duck Rooter is the only master septic contractor in Northeast Florida, and we want to help you protect your septic system. Think about this. What would happen to your car if you never change the oil? Septic systems are no different and should be pumped at least every 3 years. Lack of maintenance is the #1 reason for septic system failure. Call Duck Rooter Plumbing and Septic Services today to schedule your pumping.
When you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Summer starts now at Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet with our summer sale. It's not sink or swim. We have vehicles for every budget and every need, starting as low as $79.99, and you won't get burnt. We offer 20-year 200,000-mile protection on new and 7-year 100,000-mile protection on used. Plus, we can really cool things off with our 30-day exchange policy. Start the summer off the way you deserve it with our summer sale at Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. We're here to wow you.
I'm sure many of you guys feel like you wish you could be as fit as you were in your 20s. The dad bod is really tough to shed. I'm Dr. Lance Snyder, and I did something about it through Dr. Rappaport at the Jax Aesthetic Center. I'm active, I played college sports, and I still work out a few times a week. Nothing worked. As a doctor and a dad, I want to be around as long as possible and feel good about my body. Dr. Rappaport put together a personalized treatment plan that worked. It was easy for me to make appointments, get to those appointments, and get back to work in time. I also recommend the Imsella chair for any urinary issues or ED. Dr. Rappaport has state-of-the-art treatment options for men. And the M-Sculpt Neo is an abs blast. 20,000 crunches in 30 minutes. Give yourself your own gift this Father's Day at the Jax Aesthetic Center. Build muscle and lose fat. Call or text today, 904-808-2455. That's 904-808-2455. You won't be sorry.
Hold on tight, because All Pro Roofing is unleashing some electrifying news. Brace yourselves for instant excitement. Instant roof quotes are here. Simply surf over to their website and hit the Instant Roof Quote tab. Boom! That's your ticket to a lightning-fast estimate. Head over to allproroofingllc.com. Click that Instant Roof Quote tab. What are you waiting for? Click on the Instant Roof Quote tab today at allproroofingllc.com.
License number CCC 1327056.
CDC 060138.
Clearwater. John, I can't even mow my side yard. It's so soggy. Man, my builder sucks.
Brent, calm down. This is a common problem in neighborhoods where houses are built too close together. You need gutters and a properly installed French drain that will soak up subsurface water. We can completely dry it up.
So I can take my builder off my speed dial now, huh?
Yeah, we got you, buddy. Let that builder bitterness go.
Clearwater irrigation and drainage too.
Hicken here with Zero Res. If you're like me, you like to sit on the sofa and recliners and watch a good game or show. You know, unwind down from the day. But sometimes TV time means food, drink, and a mess as well. That's why you need to have the Zero Res truck out and get that furniture looking great again. All of June, Zero Res offering 25% off all upholstery cleaning, 25% off a sectional, off a sofa, 25% off a love seat, 25% off your favorite recliner. Zero Res, man, you spell it forward, you spell it backwards. Zero Res, it's the right way to clean.
Fish are good at hiding. Captain Kevin can help you find them.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Find more fish on the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show.
Thursday nights at 6.
Brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss on 1010XL AM.
June is Men's Health Month, so I just got a total body MRI scan. It was really simple, quite comfortable, and it only took about an hour. Total body MRI scans for abnormalities that may need attention soon. Be proactive with your health this month. Call Ackerman Cancer Center to learn more about total body MRI.
Celebrate Father's Day this year at Edwin Watts Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. Introducing the Ping G430 Max 10K driver. Straighter flies farther with Ping's straightest driver yet. And from Bushnell, the new Tour V6 Series laser rangefinder provides you the most accurate distances in golf. Now $50 off. Shop with us this Father's Day in store or online. Edwin Watts Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. Get there.
Pross, I'm thinking about changing my name.
Again? You're already the media mogul, the straw that stirs the drink, the Duke of Pablo Bay. Now what?
Refer to me as Dreamfinder's Danny Hicken.
What in the blazes? Is this a cash grab?
No, it's just that I believe so much in Dreamfinders Homes. 20 locations in Northeast Florida, official home builder of Jags and Gators. Great opportunity for first-time homeowners.
All right. Dreamfinders Danny it is.
Did I mention the lowest interest rates you can find? Visit dreamfindershomes.com. Now let Dreamfinders Danny celebrate through the majesty of song. Dreamfinders, I believe they will build your home just right.
Hey Jacksonville, Lauren Brooks here from Helmets and Heels for Big Chief Tire. And if you're looking for quality tires that won't break the bank, they've got you covered. With 5 convenient locations around town, Big Chief keeps Jacks rolling. Right now, they're offering $50 off a new set of tires. It's the perfect time to upgrade before you hit the road for summer vacation. Head over to BigChiefTire.com or call 904-932-0950 today to take advantage of this incredible deal. That's Big Chief Tire, 904-932-0950.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I've entered computer Hades. My screen has gone black. Wondering what, if any, viral infection is now solely SFW here, by the way. Oh, look. We got a not responding top ribbon. There's always hope. Doesn't matter, E. I got it all up here in my head, man.
That's what we do.
I mean, I need computer supplementation. Who are you talking to here, man? So Florida will play Texas A&M. I'm referencing though something that the Bitman did. Florida will play Texas A&M. There's either going to be 5 SEC and 3 ACC, or there's going to be 4 and 4. Georgia and North Carolina State, the only game left. But yeah, this Southern baseball took a swat out of the rest of the country this weekend. Big 10, nah. Big 12, nope. Pac-12, proud baseball conference. Oregon State, USC, UCLA, Arizona State, all proud baseball programs. Nope, and nope. There are reports out there, more Gator baseball talk. It's just a terrible case of over officiating. I mean, there was an incident early in that game yesterday. There was a chopper down the line. Caglione, who was also pitching, fielded it, stepped into the baseline. The Clemson kid kind of shoved him. He kind of postured over and gave him a little shove back. Both teams handled it like you're supposed to, kept their players off the field. It didn't progress past that. There had been a Clemson base runner who was on second, and he rounded third, and all that was going on, and he kind of just came up behind it, and he barely stepped over the line, and they paused the game for 5 or 6 minutes to look at it, and then they kicked the Clemson kid out that, quite frankly, it was just total baloney. This total nonsense. They should have never looked at it. It was handled perfectly. They went so Karen on the whole thing. Tempers flared a little bit, just a little minor shove. They got no harm, no foul. Let's play ball. What are we reviewing? And so I guess technically by the rule, maybe the Clemson kid touched one of the umpires, and he looked like kind of a JA, to be honest with you. Every other word out of his mouth looked like it was an F-bomb. He was a little roid rage there or something. He should have settled down and gone back to the bench, but did nothing that warranted an ejection. No, terrible. But, Clemson's coach got ejected late. He's, demonstrating LFGing on his way out. It was a crazy game that Florida ended up winning. All right, so the reports out there that Danny Hurley will make his decision on the Lakers job, right? You know, we told you that J.J. Redick's name had been out there, and in fairness to our guy, the Bit Man, works at KTLA and used to work here years ago. Ping did. David Pingler went to JU, started here. He'd be right now just beaming from all this attention, right? He's gone on to Cleveland and covered LeBron there and Orlando, and he had Dwight Howard there, and he's always just kind of been ingrained. So he really is kind of sourced. Sometimes he'll break these stories. You're not paying attention in the NBA world that he ends up being the first and sometimes only to report it. And he busted out with this J.J. Redick before Redick was really percolating too much, or at least said it was close. Well, then all this Danny Hurley stuff comes about, and so we make fun of him and throw him under the bus last week. And well, now apparently last night, not so fast. That's what the Bit Man. It seems UConn head coach Dan Hurley has come and gone to L.A. to meet with the Lakers. Hold on, because something isn't adding up. And then he goes on to believe that the decision comes down to whether Hurley's wife is willing to move to the West Coast. Not exactly a report, but that's more how he rolls, shares his opinion. I tried to get the Bit Man for a live update this morning, but couldn't do it on the way in.
Oh, where's the commitment, Bit Man?
Yeah, exactly. Where is it? So he's maintaining that it'll still be J.J. Redick. We shall see. I don't know why, like Danny Hurley said today, the decision. What does that mean? What is that? It seems like when you do that, you're trying to fashion the best way to tell people you're not taking the job, don't you? You know what I mean, E? If a guy says, yeah, I'm going to take a day to make a decision, I'll have a decision tomorrow. Usually if they agree, they all just run. They throw together a press conference, 5 o'clock on Sunday. Right? Taking a day, that's the best way for us to emerge out of all this with all of us still being the best thing going. You know what I mean? If a coach turns down a team or a team turns down a coach, there's always an implication that one of them isn't good enough. Right? So, we'll see. We'll track the Bit Man's success on this one. Fire up the band. We got a football fix. Success for your Jacksonville Sharks. They won with the last play of the game on Saturday night. So, Jason Gibson joins us later today. We also have Fred Taylor, the Monday morning running back. That's coming up at 8:30. Go to jacksharks.com. They got another home game in a couple of weeks. See if we get hot down the stretch. Well, I was kind of surprised to see this headline. Zach Wilson, quote, in the mix for the Broncos starting quarterback job. Perhaps Zach Wilson only plays his best football in the Rocky Mountains. Maybe that could bring some success for the former BYU prospect. But, man, it doesn't seem like you're in good shape if you're going with Zach Wilson. So I wonder, if in fact that'll be the case. Darren Waller has retired over the weekend. The 31-year-old we last saw putting out some sort of bizarre diss track towards his soon-to-be ex-wife. Is it Kelsey Plum? Is that who he was married to?
Yep.
The Kansas City Chiefs receiver Rashee Rice has vowed to, quote, mature after off-field issues. I found in my life, just at this stage, of not just me, but observing others, but whenever you have to vow to mature, it don't come easy. Now, we'll see, but this is beyond, pull the fire alarm stuff. If you are ready for some TV football, the NFL did announce yesterday some select kickoff times for the preseason. 5 preseason games televised nationally. It will all start with the Hall of Fame game in Canton, where it's Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears taking on C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans. They always play this game around incoming Hall of Famers. Did Andre Johnson go in? That happened this year, E? I can't keep up with this.
Yeah, he did.
We got Baselli in. I want to get Fred and Tom in. Everybody else that goes in, it's hard for me to take note. So Andre Johnson did go in this year?
Yes, sir.
And then the Bears, it's Steve McMichael, right, who's got ALS, and they're just trying to just see if he can hold on. That's a great ESPN piece they did on him. Terrific. But, yeah, the first game, August 1st, Bears, Texas. We knew that. It was a Hall of Fame game. Other preseason national broadcasts. No Jags. That's all I'm looking for. Do you really care that the Patriots Commanders will play on NBC or that the Cardinals Broncos are on Prime? I didn't think so. Now, when we get to the regular season opener, that's a horse of a different color, as they say. Ravens Chiefs going to get us started on Thursday, September 5th. And then we learned that the NFL has taken two teams clad in green, the Eagles and the Packers, to some neighborhood in Brazil that's apparently very anti-green. In fact, they violently attacked the color green, apparently. That's just what we hear, E.
What we hear.
No boots on the ground there. It's the season of lists. All kinds of rankings. How about this ranking? Wait, what happened here? This isn't it. I was looking at a ranking of the best quarterback receiver duos.
All right.
Right? Which is, look, slightly different than just the quarterback list or just the receiver list. I mean, if it's just the quarterback list, then it's Patrick Mahomes and everybody else. But is Patrick Mahomes so good that I don't care who it is, Patrick Mahomes and then question mark should be number one?
Almost. Yeah, he's almost that good.
Let's see where things stack up here. Like I said, I can do most of this with half my brain tied behind my back. But if I'm looking at a list that I didn't come up with and I'm trying to scroll down, baby, I need a little help from the computer gods here. Bo Nix, Cortland Sutton, 12. Ugh.
Oh, no.
Daniel Jones, Malik Neighbors, 11.
Man, no.
Russell Wilson, George Pickens, 10. What is this? This must what have I done here? I've taken you down some sort of path. This obviously can't be right. I think it must include a first, or maybe these guys are playing with each other for the first time this year.
Gotta be.
That's what it is. New quarterback receiver duos. That's what they're ranking. New quarterback receiver duos. Now it starts to make sense. All right. So Bo Nix, Cortland Sutton, Daniel Jones, Malik Neighbors, yuck, and yuckier.
That means Jazz got to be up there then.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Justin Herbert, Ladd McConkey. Yeah, I can see that. Will Levis, Calvin Ridley. Wouldn't you put McConkey, Herbert over that? I would.
Yeah, I probably would.
Caleb Williams, Rome Odunze. That makes sense. Although you could put Caleb with anybody, couldn't you?
Yeah.
I think I'd rather put Caleb Williams with DJ Moore. Anyway, Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin. Huh? J.J. McCarthy, Justin Jefferson, Kirk Cousins, Drake London, Kyler Murray, Marvin Harrison Jr., and C.J. Stroud, Stephon Diggs. Trevor Lawrence and Brian Thomas Jr. don't get billing over freaking Bo Nix, Cortland Sutton?
Hold on.
Come on now.
We ain't even on the list?
We're not on the 12?
Oh, that's trash.
You're telling me Daniel Jones, Malik Neighbors will be more impactful? Oof. It's Football Fix. You're welcome. Brought to you by the Sharks and by my friends at the Home Course. Best deal in golf, the Julington Creek Golf Club. Hicken arrival, more come your way next. You're listening to The Drill on the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. The middle of your workday sure isn't boring when you share it with XL Prime Time.
Boy, you don't know how glad we are to see you guys.
Josie, Matt Hayes, and Leon.
The dream team, baby.
Friends and sports talk.
Can we talk?
Afternoons 2 to 4 on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Get this thing unwrapped here.
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, Dan. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Stash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions, It's the boss of all subs, only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it," and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Dailies Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Dailies Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
I'm Frank Frangie with the Nimnik Nugget. I hope you were watching baseball last week when Paul Skeens went head-to-head against Shohei Ohtani, two of the best players, power players in Major League Baseball. Look, Skeens is very good. He plays for the Pirates now. Ohtani now is a Dodger. And I hope neither one of them get hurt. Ohtani already has had Tommy John. I hope Paul Skeens never has it. You worry about that when power pitchers throw that hard. But Major League Baseball needs some stars, some new stars, and at long last, I think they have them. Those guys are going to be fun to watch for a long, long time. I'm Frank Frangie with the Nimnik family of dealerships. It's time for Bravo Rama at Nimnik Buick GMC. Frank Frangie here. Find your next vehicle with Car Bravo, a better way to shop certified used vehicles online with transparent pricing. Save big this month with $1,000 customer cash on Car Bravo certified light-duty full-size pickup trucks and 0% APR. That's right, 0% on select Car Bravo certified vehicles. Get it all at Nimnik. Your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
Matt Hayes here for Leonard Truck Outfitters. The Southeast's biggest truck accessory and trailer company is opening their newest location on Beach Boulevard. Truck accessories, trailers, or commercial uplifts, they've got you covered. From Real Truck, UWS, Weather Guard, carry-on trailers, and much more. Join us for our grand opening on June 28th, starting at noon. XL Primetime will be there live from 2 to 4 with special promotions and giveaways, even a free golf cart. That's June 28th. Don't forget about our other location on Blanding Boulevard.
This is Hayes Carlion for Skylife Elite. Have you ever thought about aircraft ownership as another potential revenue stream and as a tool for tax savings? Put your tax money to work for you while enjoying the benefits of private personal travel. Skylife Elite has over a decade of experience in business aviation and can guide you through the process with their expert staff. Call my friends over at Skylife Elite at 490-9332 or find them at flyskylife.com to get the rundown on everything owning an airplane can do for you.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hey, David here with Royal Pest Services. Men, are you struggling in the bedroom? Do spiders and roaches have you scared? Visit RoyalPestServices.com and let us help you get that man card back. Guaranteed results on our first visit.
Guys, feeling deflated in the bedroom? ED, low T, no energy? If your stuff is broken, call 904-STROKEN or 904stroken.com. No shots in the first treatment, now free. Fix your ED at 904stroken.com.
Stevie Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
This is what smart jewelry buyers have been waiting all year for at Beard's Diamonds. 0% financing for 5 years, 0 down on everything in the store.
At the St. John's Town Center or beardsdiamonds.com.
Don't buy anywhere until you shop Beard's Diamonds.
Wondering what you're going to do for dinner tonight? Southern Steer Butcher is a full-service butcher, and we grind and make sausage in-house every day.
Now open in Ortega. For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update.
There it is. That's going to drop in, and the Gators are going to walk it off. They're going to Omaha. They win it 11-9.
The Gators stunned the 6-seeded Clemson Tigers over the weekend, defeating them 2-0 in the Super Regional Series. Florida had several home runs on Sunday to help lift them to victory and advance to the College World Series. The Jaguars on Friday continued addressing the offensive line. Jack Anderson, a 4-year NFL veteran, was claimed off waivers by the Jaguars Friday. Anderson was waived by the Indianapolis Colts last week. Florida Panthers have taken an early 1-0 lead in the NHL Stanley Cup Finals against the Edmonton Oilers. Game 2 is this evening. Puck drops at 8 p.m. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently it's 7:05 and it's 74 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
What you know about that, huh?
I think we're going to vibe into hour number 2 of the program here on a Monday morning. What I think. You can find a vibe every now and then.
You feel me?
I know where we're at. I know right where we're at. Don't want to go blind. It's Monday morning quarterback divorcemenonly.com. You know, even us old guys bring it to the table every now and then. That's all I'm saying. What did you think of the vibe?
Oh, I was vibing.
Yeah.
I was right there on my front porch.
Yeah.
You know
Had you heard that song before?
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Since then, I probably heard it about 4 times.
So good. It was a good then. It was a good. Next time you will take heed of a sidebar recommendation out of nowhere.
I always take
I know
heed.
you do. I hear you, but that doesn't mean you can't be disappointed sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. Like, bro, what was that?
Right? Like when Dan sends you to, do you know the Muffin Man? Then
he sent me some stuff over the weekend, too.
Did he?
He sent me, who was it? Was it Willie Nelson?
Willie Nelson.
Like when he was young. Hold on, I'm going to tell you exactly who it was. A lot of people chimed in on it. What's that dude's name? It was...
Oh, this on Twitter?
Yeah. It was Tom Jones.
Okay, yeah.
Because he just celebrated his birthday.
Yeah.
But this is young Tom. Tom,
he can bring it. There's a vibe there, too.
You got to see
which
this.
Song? Which one did you play? It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. Ma-da-da-da-da. It's not unusual to have fun with anyone. Now we know where Dan learned how to dance. Yeah. Well, that's where Dan got his groove right there. By the way, we got updates here. Why haven't we heard the screaming banshee yet? I want to say this first, E.T. I want to send this out to all my trusted friends, colleagues, and associates in the community.
Yeah.
Okay? Spread the word. If you hear somebody say, ooh, that Prosser didn't do this, recall, ooh, I remember he said that.
Yep.
Okay? Something's going on with my phone. I'm missing text messages. Like they're not coming in. So if you're out there and you're thinking, golly, that jerk should have texted me back, or why didn't I hear from him, or blah, blah, blah. And I keep getting these randos of finding that I have done that to people when I'm actually not doing anything at all. And so why do I say this? Because last night, apparently, unbeknownst here to your guy, there was a group text for our posse.
There was
a drill group text that would include the overall, sheriff of the posse as well, the general manager, and it's my guy laid up with serious questions about whether or not he'll be in today. So when I went to break last time, it went, Hicken Rival is next. He's like, you sure? And I'm like, okay. And so what I thought initially was, is he on vacation this week? I didn't notice. I think he might be next week. But then we learned I don't want to violate any of the HIPAA laws, E.T.
HIPAA?
Yeah, HIPAA. I don't want to go diving into folks' personal medical histories, but I have a feeling this is a story that will be told if and when he makes it back from this brush with death.
Yeah, you don't want to violate the hungry
HIPAA.
HIPAA.
Yeah, I don't want to go into the hungry HIPAA laws. Yeah, I don't need that.
But I do feel like whenever
he slaps me with a lawsuit, this is definitely one he'll talk about.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, remember the time I had, say, kidney stones? And I talked a lot about it and how, and so, yeah. So, if I was willing to talk about something like that, and it's not, something that literally is life-threatening, something like kidney stones, so maybe it's something like that. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, without violating any HIPAA laws, maybe it's something like kidney stones that sends you, perhaps even to the hospital. Again, without violating any standards or practices. We'll make our way through. We're content heavy. We're swipe friendly. Let's go. Doug Peterson meets the media this morning about 11:15. I tell you what, I don't know if all of the positive attention that the team got last offseason, I don't know if it fluffed their pillow. I don't know if they're, I don't know if it buttered their biscuit to the point that they got a little bit fat. I don't know. I wouldn't say that. I'll tend to stand by it. It's a football team that was not deep enough, had not been built deep enough to overcome its mountain of injuries. And I'll say, by the way, that's not a total excuse. And you look at how the Bills reformulated their defense to be good enough to be in, right? Started when they lost Milano against us early. By the end of the year, all their safeties were gone. Remember, the starting corner?
Yep.
You got to overcome that stuff for sure. But this year, no, they're not in any way overwhelming us with too much positive, are they?
Not yet.
No. It's just been kind of a. Yet our guys continue to say, and by our guys will say Trevor Lawrence, who has been a pretty he's been pretty consistent in holding on to the scars. I guess that's one way to say it. And again, I don't know with a fine line here. I tend to think that it can motivate you, and then you start a new one, and it's gone and out of your mind. But the way last season ended, and as poorly as Trevor Lawrence played, it is still bugging him.
No, I wouldn't say it's a non-factor. I mean, I think it does add a chip to on your shoulder of, when you finish the season the way we did. I've said it before. I mean, there's only one team happy at the end of the year. That's who wins the Super Bowl. So no matter what, you always got something that you're trying to reach and achieve, and that's the goal. But especially the way our season ended. I mean, it adds a little bit of a chip to your shoulder. And I mean, for us, though, it's the same. It has to be the same goal, though, every week, is just to get that much better and to put ourselves in a position to be playing meaningful games in December, January, and make a push at the end of the year and just get better every week. I think that's something where you look back last year. It's almost we peaked a little too soon, and we didn't finish the season the way we wanted to. And it's important to be playing your best at the end of the year.
So there is Trevor Lawrence, and you're right. Look at the difference in the two seasons. The record was the exact same, 9-8.
Yeah.
Exact same. But boy, what a different feel from the end of 2022 to the end of 2023.
Oh man.
Yeah. No, I do not believe that Gator baseball and the excitement and the tension drove Dan Hicken to the hospital. I do not believe that it was the Florida Gator baseball team that did that. But boy, that Florida Clemson game was ridiculous yesterday.
I saw a couple of highlights out of that game, man.
What a baseball game. All right, let me give today's Shazam spotlight. To the victor go the spoils, but there is one dude who just, I don't know how you could be more alpha. It was an alpha weekend, by the way, for Caglione of the Gators. He had a go-ahead homer in the first game to get to a lead that they held and won. And then yesterday started on the mound, hit a 2-run homer to kind of set the tone in the first inning of that one.
He's good.
He's good. And by the way, it's almost like he did. Remember we told you Caitlin Clark got snubbed from the Olympic team, and she told her coach they had woken a monster, and she hit 7 threes and got 30 that night?
Yeah.
You feel like that was the deal with Caglione going into this super regional after they listed not one, not two, but 3 finalists for the Golden Spikes Award, the best player in college baseball. And this dude hitting over 400 with 30-something homers and also pitching meaningful innings isn't on the list?
Man, then them other 3 dudes must be some big time studs.
It should have been included Caglione. At the very least, he would have been 3rd.
Wow.
It was a mistake. It was a snub. And this guy's been that 2 years in a row, by the way. It's worse than the Caitlin Clark U.S. women's basketball snub. But it's not Caglione that I'm going to Shazam spotlight over this morning as I watched an unbelievable baseball game yesterday. And just some, I think it was McEnroe that screamed at the chair umpire at either Wimbledon or the U.S. Open that he was, "You over-officious jerk!" You guys ever seen that highlight?
I probably have.
Man, if you're too young to know, to have experienced John McEnroe, you need to go down that YouTube wormhole. That guy was a maniac. Rude. What a brat. Super brat. That's what they called him. But the umpires in Clemson took it to an absurd level. Again, can I play NCAA and rip these 4 JAs and whoever's at the video component, can I rip them out of college sports? You're bad for the game. There's a little minor brush up, okay? Clemson player chops it to the pitcher, Caglione. Caglione's momentum is taking him to the baseline. He stops to tag him. The Clemson batter gives him a little forearm shiver. Nothing huge, didn't knock him down. Caglione took exception. So he turned around and he, stuck his chest out, walked over and gave him a little shove back. And then another shove back from the batter. The managers came out, kept their players off the field. It was handled just how you should want it to handle. There's no harm, no foul. Let's go to the next inning. Nope. Not the over-officious jerks. Not them. Not the OFJs. Or no, OJs. No, the OJs sat there, and the text line correctly pointed out, 5-6 minutes. Jeff, it was 22. 20 minutes they stopped the game. To go through all kinds of videotape to somehow, on a technicality, get the Clemson kid who happened to be a base runner when this play started. They somehow kicked him out of the game. Then the Clemson coach calls the player out of the dugout. He must know he's one of his hotheads, by the way, because he was a hothead to even get to that gray area that got him kicked out, even though he shouldn't have been. The Clemson coach calls the kid out of the dugout and says, "All right, y'all tell him to his face." They do. He goes crazy. He's F-bombing him left and right. No penalties for Florida. Each bench warned, and then we move on. And ultimately, Clemson kind of used that. It was 2-0. They kind of used that. They took a 3-2 lead. Florida tied at 3-3. Then the Gators take a lead, get a big home run. They got a 3-run lead probably going into late innings. By the time we get to the ninth, it's 9-6. And now it's time for the recipient of today's Shazam Spotlight to just blow your mind. I don't know if you can have a better, inning apart sequence as an athlete than Cam Cannarella had yesterday for Clemson. Okay? Cam Cannarella is a center fielder for Clemson. There are 2 outs in the 9th inning. Florida has a 3-run lead, and Cam Cannarella hits a 2-out, 3-run game-high homer. Shazam. Nah. That's shuh. I'll shuh. Then you go to the 10th inning. Game tied. Florida, runners on base, chance to win the game. They drill a ball to center field where Cam Cannarella turns, sprints for the wall, back to home plate, facing the wall, over the shoulder basket catch that looked an awful lot like one some dude named Willie Mays made some 60 years ago.
Yeah, it was kind of nice.
So the same dude, oh, by the way, there's the Zam. The same dude, Cam Cannarella, hit the 3-run tying homer, and then in the next inning, caught the ball that saved the game. Clemson got another home run in the 13th inning. They took a 1-run lead, and then Florida walked them off, and the Gators go on to the College World Series. FSU joins them. They were incredibly impressive. FSU could win it all. I think FSU and Florida are on opposite sides of the bracket, I think. I know Florida opens with Texas A&M. You can certainly see how a team that is in the College World Series, in this case the Gators, barely got there at 28-27 when you look at this College World Series field. There will likely be 4, well, I won't say likely. For sure, there are 3 other SEC teams that Florida obviously had to play. In this case, Kentucky, Texas A&M, Tennessee, they all made the College World Series. Then you got Georgia, who's playing today against NC State, so Florida played them, and I pointed out earlier just kind of what a big confidence boost and message it was for Florida to win 2 out of 3 in Athens late in the year. So Georgia NC State will play to go. So there's another team that you had to play. And, oh, by the way, you play Florida State more than your SEC rivals because you sprinkle in 4 games with them over the course of a year. So 6 of the other 7 teams, no, 5 of the other 7 teams potentially, you played 20 of your games against. Well, Florida's not obviously look like the same team, but the recipient of the Shazam spotlight in a losing effort goes to Cam Canarella. It's a 3-run, 2-out, game-tying homer in the 9th. And then he makes this circus basket catch over his shoulder against the wall. The ball actually came out of his glove and rolled up his arm. He clutched it to his chest. A big play, but not big enough as the Gators survive and advance. It feels like Boston in 4 or 5, doesn't it, E?
It does.
And we talked about this before. Now, we talked about 2v2 stars, and then the Celtics have more behind those 2v2. E.T., I mentioned a guy, Drew Holiday, before this series starts. I want the record to note.
You did.
And I was thinking more in line of what he might be able to do to somewhat offset Kyrie.
He is.
And Kyrie he hadn't gone for 20, or maybe he went for barely 20 the first game. He's had terrible shooting games both games. He's not playing great. The Mavs, Luka is doing everything he can. He had a 32-point triple-double last night, but you just don't have enough around him. And the Celtics, outside of Tatum and Brown, have 2 or 3 dudes who on a night can be the guy, or at least be better than anybody not named Luka on the other team. Last night it was Drew Holiday. The first game it was Porzingis.
Kyrie combined for 28 points in the 2 games.
Yeah, it's 28 in 2 games. I mean, Drew Holiday got that last night in 1. Yeah, I said this earlier. All the stars in this NBA Finals, if you gave out the Eastern Conference Finals MVP after 2 games, it might very well be Drew Holiday. Meanwhile, the world waits on Danny Hurley and the Lakers' decision. I don't understand when they wait a day like this. It makes me think he doesn't take it. Told ESPN the Lakers made a, quote, compelling case and presented a, quote, compelling vision for him to become the next head coach in L.A., but that he loves what he has built at 2-time defending champ UConn, and he'll make a decision on his future Monday. In a phone interview Sunday, Hurley told ESPN that he was extremely impressed with the Lakers and was weighing a massive long-term offer to move to the NBA. He traveled to L.A. on Thursday night, met with the Lakers Friday, and then came back home on Saturday. Man, it seems like when you're the guy, E, it seems like you've talked enough. When you fly cross-country from Connecticut to L.A., as long as something doesn't go wrong, you're going to be introduced as the head coach there within 24 hours, doesn't it?
Sounds like that,
right?
Yeah.
You're going to fly a guy all the way out there just to tell him, hey, we're the Lakers? Meet with him for a day and then allow him to fly all the way back, and now he gets around this good home. I did say this. It doesn't feel like a fit. He doesn't have that Hollywood vibe.
He don't. Old school, yeah.
He has that grit, that Northeastern grit. Feels like he should be a coach of the Knicks or the Celtics or the Sixers or Brooklyn. That's what it feels like. So, after and, through all of this, you want to know, in my mind, the mistake that ABC made with their broadcast team? I spent all last night wondering who that is with Mike Breen and Doris Burke. I don't even know. I didn't even know that this dude was doing the color commentary, the main color commentary for ABC, ESPN in this case, ABC in this case. I didn't even know J.J. Redick was in that seat. No clue. I knew he was doing some work around the finals because of the Lakers insinuations. I didn't even know he was in that broadcast. That's how much I'm paying attention. And that's how, by the way, milquetoasty is in that spot. I thought it was him. I wasn't positive, but then part of me thought it wasn't him because I thought he was on one of the, like the rogue channels. I thought he was like the NBA Network's broadcast, and you know, and some of those
they
things.
got Buddy on ABC.
Yeah, they may have him with the LALs here before you know it. Has there been any kind of like word on LeBron and what he's thinking or where he's going, or it's just all quiet on the Western Front?
He kind of been quiet.
Basically, he can become a free agent if he wants to.
Uh-huh.
What do you think of Max Crosby?
I thought he was the GOAT.
Max Crosby of the
of the Raiders?
Yeah.
Oh, I like him.
Right? Good
yeah,
player.
motor. He's like Aiden Hutchinson gives me Max Crosby vibes, like the motor.
Fair. The Raiders got really fortunate that they got him like in round 4, right?
Oh man.
Yeah. Do you want your dominant players? I mean, if you're a rush in, you got to have some crazy in you. And you heard, like we've all heard the Gardner Minshew when he's mic'd up. He keeps calling me a little boy. I'm not little. I don't know why he keeps doing that. Is he angry? That was a weird, wasn't it? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Well, Crosby has told a story that would seem to identify with that crazy, aggressive weirdness. A wild one about seeing, and this is on a team flight, by the way. This isn't, if he's off with, Aaron Rodgers, not, nod, wink, wink. But he told a story on the Jim Rome show last week about seeing a UFO on a team flight on the way home from a game to Miami. Yep, that's right. Says, told Rome how he and his teammate, Andre James, love talking about UFOs and aliens, and then shared this story from the flight. It's real, Crosby said of aliens. Like we were literally on a flight back from Miami, and we've seen a UFO with our own eyes, and that sounds crazy. But you can ask the pilots, anybody that was there. It was wild, and I seen it. And they had no idea what it was. There was nothing on the radar, nothing. And it was like a big shining light going in and out. I think I'm okay. When it comes to the pin your ears back edge rusher, I'm okay with a little crazy. I think, personally, that had a UFO been in close contact to the Raiders team plane, personally, I feel like it would have been on the news. I'm just saying. Let's come back with a 10-minute drill, ET. We'll give away some razzle and some dazzle. You can bounce some topics off of me from the weekend that was. French Open has 2 new champions. Man, when it comes to tennis and golf, by the way, some record paces italicized yesterday for Scottie Scheffler and Carlos Alcaraz. And we'll tie both those together a little bit as well. Thanks for being up and at 'em with us. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Prime Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Prime Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Prime Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 904-902-8222. 904-902-8222. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 904-902-8222.
Hey, stop paying for exterior paint that doesn't protect your home or business. Hicken here for my friends at Rhino Shield. Man, those beautifully durable coatings. And I'm telling you, they're beautiful and they're durable. They never chip, crack, or peel. You want that backed up? They back it up. 25-year warranty. Who does that? Rhino Shield. Prevents unsightly mold, mildew, and algae. Prevents water intrusion from those crazy storms that we get in Northeast Florida. Fights soil corrosion, Class A fire rating. And by the way, that's while saving you thousands compared to the cost of repainting over and over again. Getting 0% financing, up to 20% off right now. Great low pricing. Never been easier to paint your home with Rhino Shield. Take the first step today. Get your free estimate at rhinoshieldjax.com. Go to rhinoshieldjax.com. Sign up and get that free estimate and enjoy.
How nice would it be not to worry about your AC unit for 10 years? What? Vaughn's Heating and Air, standing by their units for 10 years. Imagine not having to think about your AC unit for a decade. Vaughn's 10-year warranty covers the parts, labor, and refrigerant. Basically everything. No fictional problems that will cost thousands. This is legit. An AC unit with no repair costs. Wouldn't that be nice? So remember, if your AC unit won't turn on, just call Vaughn's. That's Vaughn's Heating and Air.
If you wear contact lenses and you're between the ages of 18 and 69, the Vision Research Center is looking for participants in clinical research studies. If eligible, you'll be compensated up to $50 per hour. I've done these contact lens studies for years. The VRC staff is wonderful and they work with my busy schedule. See if you qualify. Visit their website, 188visionok.com. 188visionok.com.
Denny Thompson here. Tackle burglars and protect your turf. Give yourself peace of mind catching everything around your home with Tyson Sound & Security's cutting-edge surveillance cameras. For safety and convenience, Tyson has you covered for all home cameras and security systems. I'm talking HD recording, night vision, and remote alerts all from your phone or computer. Call Tyson Sound & Security right now at 904-762-1000. Tyson Sound & Security. Security and automation experts.
Jacksonville's Gator station, 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods. Dandy subs and sandwiches. Look, we always want you to think about those great options as you're driving around Duval. But the beauty is, even as I'm dropping pounds, Dandy's got great options for me as well. Told you all about their protein packs, delicious salads that they have out there. They have fruit cups for on the go. You know what they have. Veggie snack trays. You can grab those on the go as well. Perfect, healthy snack. Dandy is the name to know when you're on the go. So stop into a Gate store anywhere around Duval and make yours a Dandy, and do it today.
This is Hayes Carlion for QC Kinetics. Are you not able to enjoy this summer as much as you want because of joint pain? Well, give my friends at QC Kinetics a call at 904-274-5522 for a free consultation. They're serving the Jacksonville area with locations in Mandarin and Ponte Vedra Beach. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. I'm talking lasting joint pain relief with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. QC Kinetics advanced treatments harness your own body's ability to restore and repair damaged joint tissue so you can walk, run, hike, play golf, move again, pain-free. Their advanced protocols have enabled tens of thousands of patients to reclaim their mobility. Stop putting it off. Take action now and live your best life again. Call QC Kinetics now for a free consultation, 904-274-5522 in Mandarin and Ponte Vedra. That is QC Kinetics.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by Jack's Concrete Coatings.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On 1010XL.
Hit it. Sometimes I need to check myself. I did, as we began previewing the NBA Finals. This is what I feel, believe, and I'm quite sure it's what I said, is I want the Mavs to win, but I think the Celtics will win.
I believe so.
Does that sound right? Yeah, I'm just checking. I don't know what the text line here sometimes. You were talking up the Mavs last week and dogging the Celtics. Okay, I said Celtics in 5. If that's dogging, I'm sorry I didn't pick the sweep. I'm looking at the this is Scheffler thing. Did we ever get a final verdict on the whole Louisville? Was he asked about that this weekend? Do you know?
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
I thought about it, though.
Yeah, I mean, because you're on social media. That takes too much, search and discovery for me. But I was wondering if the whole Louisville, if you missed it last week, here's Scheffler at his press conference, about that whole legal thing coming to an end and, talking about the people of Louisville. And he didn't want people of Louisville to be, dragged through and have to spend money on any sort of anything. So happy to let the people of Louisville. And you think to yourself, there's certainly no way that the dude doesn't know it's Louisville. So, or Louisville, as they say. However y'all say it. Don't be too pretentious about it, Louisvilleans.
I did not want to have to pursue legal action against Louisville because at the end of the day, that the people of Louisville are then going to have to pay for.
Yeah, but he doubled down. He doubled
Louisville,
back.
does he think it's Louisville? Maybe. Look, we do lose sight of this sometimes. Dude's he's a 27-year-old kid. He probably didn't pay. Maybe he's never been to Kentucky. I don't know.
At least that whole weekend, he heard people saying Louisville all weekend.
How do you grow up in America? Is there anybody that doesn't know it's Louisville? The
Right.
only way it would be that way is if you live in a state that has a city named Louisville.
Right.
It's spelled that way, and you've said it that way your whole life. Is there a Louisville, Texas? I'll get it there. I don't know, but it just seemed like a total troll. But that doesn't seem to be Scheffler's MO. He's not neither creative nor he's not creative or mean enough to do that. So,
His personality don't fit that at all.
I was just wondering maybe if somebody, if somebody. Ask him about it this weekend. If we got some sort of explanation on how in the world can you think it's Louisville? Meanwhile, remember that stat, ET, that Scotty Scheffler has never won a tournament after the month of April?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and forget that one because now he's won 5 before the month of July. He's joined a list. It was Tom Watson, it was Tiger Woods, and Jack maybe? I don't know, one other guy who have won 5 tournaments or more or who have won 5 tournaments before the end of June. I think the implication was if Scheffler wins again, it'll be the first player to win 6 before the end of June.
Oh, he that dude.
By the way, Hicken had Scheffler, and didn't the tour have Morikawa?
I have it pulled up right here.
I think so, and I think that throws me way back just straight up into DAL again.
Yeah, probably do. You had Victor Hovland and Max Homa.
I don't think they did much.
I had Rory and Ludwig.
They did nothing.
No, they did all right, yeah, but Dan had Scotty and Patrick Cantlay.
Okay.
Cantlay didn't make the cut, but Scotty obviously won.
Uh-huh.
And the tour had Morikawa and Schauffele.
Yeah, so the tour and Dan are both going to go shooting by, going to leave me in last place, and guess who I will pick for the U.S. Open? And then guess what will happen, E? Then I'll hit Scheffler, and I'll go all the way to first, and you'll go to last.
Oh, jeez.
That's how it would work. Have they caught you yet? Did Dan catch you?
Yeah, he about to catch me, man.
Yeah. We're just riding the shit. It's all about Scheffler, man.
Yeah.
Nobody's made a big move this year in that brunch with the tour without Scheffler. Point being, so much for never won past April. That's the point I was going to make. So history made as he wins for the 5th time before we get through the month of June, and we still got 2 or 3 events left in June. Most importantly, we got a major on the schedule this week. It'll be the U.S. Open. So brunch with the tour tomorrow, and all week long, some special added focus on golf's 3rd major of the year with the most recent, the PGA, going to Xander Schauffele, and Scotty Scheffler won the Masters for the first major of the year. Meanwhile, there's this Carlos Alcaraz, okay? He won on the French Open yesterday. There are 3 surfaces that you play majors on, E.T.
Okay.
You play on the hard court, which is U.S. Open and Australian Open now. Back in the day, the Aussie used to be. A second service is the grass court, where they play Wimbledon in London. And then there is the clay court surface, which the French Open is played on. The French Open, which we saw just this past weekend, okay? Well, with those being the surfaces, only 7 men in tennis history, only 7 have won majors on all 3 surfaces. Okay? So, all right, that's pretty exclusive company, right? Because tennis is notorious for this, being really good on one surface but struggling on another. There have been great players that have never won the career Grand Slam. That is winning at least one Australian, Wimbledon, U.S., and French Open. There's a lot of really good who can't finish it off. They can't win on the clay, or they can't win on the grass, or whatever it might. Usually it's the clay, which is the outlier. But Alcaraz, 1-5 yesterday, and he is now one of 7 players to win on all 3 surfaces. But here's the kicker. He's 21. He's 21. He's already joined a list that only 6 other dudes ever had been on. Man, tennis is the one sport that gives you goat after goat. Every time you think you got a goat, they open up the stable, and here comes another one. That's how it's been in my life, man. Bjorn Borg was the goat. And then, you know, here comes McEnroe. Maybe he's the GOAT. And then it's, you know, Lindell. He's boring, but he's the GOAT. And then it's Sampras. He's the GOAT. And then it's Federer. He's the GOAT. And then it's Nadal and Joker. And you think Joker, Nadal, and Federer, we said all won more than 20 majors. They've just absolutely had a stranglehold on men's tennis for over 20 years now. Really only one left standing is Djokovic. But here comes Alcaraz and already has 3. He's 21. Why do I feel like in 8 years, ET, we're going to be talking about a dude who's got 18 Grand Slams, and we're just wondering how high he's going to go?
Right.
And then you want to talk about horses for courses. This Iga Swiatek, who played on the women's side and won the French Open for the 4th time in 5 years. She's won 3 in a row. Just 68 minutes. I was watching a little bit of that on Saturday morning. She took on this young Italian, Jasmine Paolini. And so Paolini breaks service of Swiatek and goes up 2-1 in the first set. And then she didn't win a game for like an hour. Swiatek won the first set 6-2, and then she jumped out, 3 or 4-0, I think, in the second set. And that was all it's wrote. And there you are now officially. I don't know if you knew you needed that tennis update, but you now have it. What else caught your eye this weekend, E? What you got for me?
I'm glad you asked. There was something going on with the Dodgers and the Yankees, man. And there's something about a hat being sold. Do you know anything about that?
I did not see the hat being sold story that you are that you're referring to. I do know that the Yankees and Dodgers are playing this weekend, and what is it, an uncivil war, I think they called it. So maybe that appeared in the documentary. They ran the documentary. There's a documentary on the Dodgers-Yankees rivalry, and it's been a terrific rivalry. When I was a kid, they were both good. It goes back to the time where it was, the Dodgers played in Brooklyn, so it was Brooklyn Dodgers. You had that natural rivalry within the city, and then they went to on the other side of the coast. The Dodgers and Yankees met in the World Series in the 70s, early 80s, 3 times. So it's always had this, and probably the Yankees are number 1. It might be the Cardinals number 2, but probably Dodgers, maybe the 3rd most successful franchise, if it's not them over the Cardinals. But I don't know the story of the hat. What was it?
So basically, New Era came up with a concept because they were facing off this weekend, and they created a hat that had Judge's number on it and Ohtani's number on it. So the 99 and the 17. But I was reading somewhere where there was controversy where they didn't want to, one of the teams didn't want to sell it because they didn't want to promote the other players.
100%. What dumb idea is that? Hey, New Era.
But the fans is going to eat that
Pound sand, man. No, I don't want to wear a hat. I don't want to go to a Braves, big Braves rivalry game and then get a hat that has Acuna's number and Bryce Harper's number. That's stupid, man.
It's a big deal.
The only thing, who does that? That every once in a while you get that parent who's in the stand that has a kid on each team.
Yeah,
Mama Kelsey can wear that hat. But no, that's terrible. There was a cool moment last night. Soto's out, and this dude. Grisham. I think it's Trent. I think it's Trent Grisham. He is in the Yankees lineup Sunday night. He's only hitting .083, but the way Aaron Boone has stacked his lineup, he wants to put him in the middle of the lineup to split the right-handers up because he doesn't have a lot of left-handed batters right now, and Soto's out with an injury. And so this dude, Grisham, again, hitting only .083, came up to bat in the sixth inning, and they were chanting, "We want Soto." This is their guy, their home plate guy. It's his third plate appearance. And along with the Yankees fans chanting, "We want Soto," Grisham homered. Hit it into the right field seats, a go-ahead 3-run home run. So next time he came to bat later in the game, very tongue-in-cheek, "We want Grisham." Yeah. The Braves are, my God, man. I said maybe I need to care more. Maybe I need to bring some sage into the studio. Maybe this is on me for saying, "Well, I'm not going to really care this year because the regular season doesn't matter because the Braves have run off to all this regular season success and have gone out in the first round." And now I'm watching this dog meat effort on behalf of these, $1 million sluggers. It's getting really annoying. It's getting really annoying being 35-28, losing 3 out of 4, including 3 in a row to the Washington Nationals. Yeah, it's getting really, really old. Watching Austin Riley be out-homered by Jared Kelenic and Orlando Arcia, neither of whom are all that good. It's getting really old watching your lineup consistently hit to about a 225 mark. It's getting really old knowing that you had a team that last year was among the most explosive and productive an offense in the history of Major League Baseball. And here you are the next year with essentially the same roster, and you're 13th in average at 244. Home runs, which last year you basically tied an all-time record. You're 17th with a grand total of 65. OPS, which last year, like the Braves team OPS was higher than like 20 teams' best players' OPS. This year, you're just 11th. I mean, the offense hasn't shown up. The pitching's been what you might expect it to be, and the offense hasn't been there. And so a team that I wasn't going to really reference much today there we have. All right, we'll set the college baseball World Series brackets. Both the Noles and the Gators are headed off to Omaha after exciting weekends. Each got 2-game sweeps. The NBA Finals are moving on to Game 3. That's somewhat of a talker as we move through this Monday morning. We have our Monday morning running back. We'll talk Jags football with Fred Taylor, the importance of this OTA. And our 10-minute drill. This and all mornings are brought to you by our friends at Jack's Concrete Coatings. Got that Pentec technology. And, man, the whole process from first contact to finished product, just so right in line with the schedule. Always let me know exactly what was going on. Everything ran on schedule. They did the whole job in a day. And you know what? By getting the garage floor redone, it also caused me to clean out my garage and make that better and get rid of a bunch of stuff. So, but the flooring and the product and the craftsmanship and the work, man, highly recommended. Our friends at Jack's Concrete Coatings. All right, we're back with more next. The E will razzle and dazzle you up at 641-1010.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Jacksonville's other sports team. 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
What makes a Honda certified pre-owned vehicle so special? 182-point inspection, 24/7 roadside assistance, first-year free oil changes, and a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty for carefree driving backed by American Honda. Visit your local Honda dealer today.
I'm sure many of you guys feel like you wish you could be as fit as you were in your 20s. A dad bod is really tough to shed. I'm Dr. Lance Snyder, and I did something about it through Dr. Rappaport at the Jack's Aesthetic Center. I'm active, I played college sports, I still work out a few times a week. Nothing worked. As a doctor and a dad, I want to be around as long as possible and feel good about my body. Dr. Rappaport put together a personalized treatment plan that worked. It was easy for me to make appointments, get to those appointments, and get back to work in time. I also recommend the Incella chair for any urinary issues or ED. Dr. Rappaport has state-of-the-art treatment options for men. And the M-Sculpt Neo is an abs blast. 20,000 crunches in 30 minutes. Give yourself your own gift this Father's Day at the Jack's Aesthetic Center. Build muscle and lose fat. Call or text today, 904-808-2455. That's 904-808-2455. You won't be sorry.
Break free from the old school hassle at All Pro Roofing. They've revolutionized the game. And guess what? No more pressure, hassle, or time meeting with someone face to face for a roof quote. Unlock the power of an instant roof quote right from the comfort of your home. Get the information you need when you need it. Explore your roofing options today. Head over to allproroofingllc.com. Hit that instant roof quote tab for a free instant roof quote. allproroofingllc.com.
License number CCC 1327056.
CDC 060138.
Hey, Hicken here. May is Healthy Vision Month, folks, and it's time to put your eye health front and center. If you haven't had a comprehensive dilated eye exam in a while, what a great time to schedule one with Bowden Eye. Comprehensive dilated eye exam is the best way to check for common eye problems, even if you haven't noticed any symptoms. You detect signs of eye diseases like glaucoma, diabetic eye disease, age-related macular degeneration. All you got to do is call or visit BowdenEye.com and schedule your consultation. Bowden Eye & Associates, keeping the First Coast focused.
Transmission troubles? I'm Robin Sidbury, owner of Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. So come in and see how we can help solve your transmission troubles. We service all makes and models. Remember, get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
Guys, feeling deflated in the bedroom? ED, low T, no energy? If your stuff is broken, call 904-STROKEN or 904stroken.com. No shots in the first treatment, now free. Fix your ED at 904stroken.com.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Spend lunchtime with the ladies.
A meal and sparkling conversation.
Helmets and heels.
Mia O'Brien, Lauren Brooks, and Taylor Dahl.
Just behave, okay?
Switched on by First Coast Lighting and Fans on 1010XL.
Are you looking for that perfect Father's Day gift? Look no further than Shooters this Thursday through Sunday, June 13th through the 16th. Shooters and Smith & Wesson are bringing you the largest Smith & Wesson sale of the year with the largest savings of the year. Click away with a Smith & Wesson M&P 1522, very affordable, just $429. Save $70. The most popular small frame defense revolver on the market, the Airweight 38 Special, for only $469. Save $70. The hottest selling concealed carry pistol, the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus 9mm for only $399. You save $150. Get unmatched value with the new Smith & Wesson SD9 2.0 handgun for a low $279. Save $80. Shooters and Smith & Wesson Father's Day sale, the largest sale of the year, June 13th through the 16th at Shooters, 5085 University Boulevard West. See the full ad at shootersjacks.com. ShootersJacks.com.
Hicken here with Zero Res. If you're like me, you like to sit on the sofa and recliners and watch a good game or show. You know, unwind down from the day. But sometimes TV time means food, drink, and a mess as well. That's why you need to have the Zero Res truck out and get that furniture looking great again. All of June, Zero Res offering 25% off all upholstery cleaning, 25% off a sectional, off a sofa, 25% off a love seat, 25% off your favorite recliner. Zero Res, man. You spell it forwards, you spell it backwards. Zero Res. It's the right way to clean.
I've known Glenn Cohen for a long time as a friend and a lawyer. Persistent and fair, Glenn and his firm have represented clients from North Florida and South Georgia for over 40 years in all kinds of personal injury cases. If I had such a case, call Glenn at Barnes, Cohen, and Sullivan.
Maybe you've got plumbing problems, like toilets that won't flush, or there's not enough pressure, or you get clogs and stoppage too often.
Ew!
There's several potential causes, and some can't be detected easily. So before it becomes a disaster, call Roland Reich Plumbing. They can send a special video camera down through the lines, since they don't have a small little man, to find the root of the problem, which could be tree roots. Don't guess. Hire Roland Reese Plumbing at plumbingjacksonville.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website customtreesurgeons.com. That's customtreesurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, back here on the drill. So Luka, who had 32, 11, and 11 last night, 23 in the first half, single-handedly is keeping Dallas even in the series. If you consider them in it, down 2-0 after losing by 7 last night, did what many great champions will do, and then took blame for the Game 2 loss. But let's be clear about it. We gave him credit going in, and I don't think it's from lack of focus. He's not. Kyrie is not getting it done, man. And it feels kind of disrespectful to Jaylen Brown to put Kyrie in his level. You hear me?
Yeah.
At this stage, yeah. No, they're not equal. Jaylen Brown's significantly better than Kyrie. Kyrie has his moments. He can still be supremely dangerous. But there's a reason Jaylen Brown's the highest paid player in the NBA, and the Celtics made sure they kept him, and Kyrie has bounced around 4 or 5 places and now in his 30s. And it's showing up in the, like, Luka's as good as any of them. He's as good as Tatum, probably better. Luka's been first team All-NBA 5 times in 6 years. Dude's only 25. Already probably one of the greatest scorers in NBA history. That's not as, like, over-the-top statement as you might think. And we talked about, could LeBron's scoring record ever be broken after we wondered if the previous would. Luka might be a guy who could do it,
He might be.
But I wonder right in breaking down. He looks like he could get big as he gets older.
Yeah, I don't know if he
he
could take care of that body like LeBron.
Yeah. But Joker will do that every now and then. He'll come out after hanging out all off season in Eastern Europe, smoking cigs and shooting clay pigeons. But yeah, Luka took the blame for the Game 2 loss, but my fanny, it was a 7 of 18 for Kyrie, 0 for 2 from 3. And he is not even being Robin right now. I mean, give me Batgirl at least. But it's Luka, and then the Celtics, man, they got weapons everywhere. They got the Justice League over there, man.
They do. Got dudes I ain't even heard of hitting shots from half court.
And then, all you need to know is with Tatum and Brown, obviously the two dominant great players on this basketball team, and without either one of them, they would, probably not be where they are. But yet still, their roster overall is good enough that Porzingis goes for 20 in Game 1. It's a big reason they won. And Drew Holiday last night was terrific. 26 points, played great D, had 11 rebounds. And Celtics, it's on Kyrie. But, look, you go back to Dallas, these things can change their temperature real quick, right? Dallas comes out and plays great and gets a Game 3 win. We're going to be right back on pace for a longer series at least. But credit to the Celtics, whose really only weaknesses have come in Game 2s. And they won their Game 2 against Indy. Lost Game 2 in their first 2 playoff series. But, yeah, Luka, I appreciate you falling on said sword. But, no. No. Definitely not. I'm a bit surprised. We talked about it flippantly, but if you're going to list potential new quarterback receiver combos, why Trevor and Brian Thomas Jr. will be forgotten so quickly? Let me ask you this. Here's a way to look at that. And again, I don't want to parse through these things too much. Make too big a deal out of them. But sometimes you see one of these like columns, these lists, however you want to do it, and you're just like, do you even realize that we're in the freaking league sometimes? So let's look at it this way, okay? I think this is a fair way to do it. If you're going to rank new quarterback wide receiver duos, And by the way, I'm fine giving me Stroud and Stephon Diggs. You bet. That sounds terrific. And you can like some of these other ones because of what's been added. But I'll pose a question right now. Let's just go by yards receiving, E.
All right.
I don't know how else you measure this supposed production or value that this list is supposed to come up with. Bo Nix and Cortland Sutton or Trevor Lawrence and Brian Thomas Jr.?
Man, come on, man. I got to go with Trevor and BTJ.
Daniel Jones and Malik Neighbors or Trevor Lawrence and BTJ?
Man, stop playing, man. Trev, come down.
Russell Wilson and George Pickens or Trevor and BTJ?
I'm giving that's a little more, but I'm still giving an edge to Trevor. Not even an edge. I'm still going with Trevor and BTJ.
And here's the problem. Russell Wilson may not be the quarterback by week 6. That's part of what's kind of annoying about that designation. Justin Herbert, Ladd McConkey. Okay, that's similar neighborhood. Will Levis and Calvin Ridley.
Not even close. No.
Caleb Williams and Rome Odunze, 2 rookies.
2 rookies. No.
Yeah. Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin.
No.
You got to go with you got to lean to
you got a veteran quarterback. Yeah.
All right, now you're going to get to Josh Allen, Keon Coleman. I'm down. I don't trust J.J. McCarthy and Justin Jefferson, but Jefferson is so good that it probably does give you more.
That's the only one that's like top side of the other way.
Where the receiver carries you to the ranking other than the quarterback. Because, now we're back to Kirk Cousins, Drake London. I'm cool. Kyler Murray, Marvin Harrison, number 2. That sounds too high, E.
Man, I just got to see that out of Kyler.
They're what they're doing, they're giving me projections for what they think the receivers will get. They've got Harrison Jr. projected to 94 for 1297 and 8 touchdowns. Anyway, fun with numbers here. On the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com. Turn our attention to hour number 3 next.
Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. School's out for summer. More time for 1010XL 92.5 FM. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
It's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, you likely want to take care of your family. Of course you do. Hicken here from Matt Hinson in the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney yet. But have you done your last will? It's not the most comfortable thing. It's not the most fun thing to do. It's something you need to do besides getting your assets to the people that you want them to go to. Planning helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson will listen to help you with some tough decisions. He'll provide you the info needed so you are at ease with your choice. The Hinson Law Firm. You have questions? Maddie's got answers. 904-527-1700. 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
D.D. Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
Are you suffering from shoulder pain? If you have clicking and popping in the shoulder joint, persistent pain that intensifies with use, an inability to lift your arm over your head, or a tingling, burning sensation in the shoulder, elbow, or wrist, waiting to see a doctor could make your injury worse. Baptist Health and Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute have innovative and effective treatment options available right now to relieve your pain and restore your mobility. Don't wait. Call 904-JOI-2000.
Is your roof ready to weather the storm? Don't take chances with your home safety. Trust the experts at Universal Roof and Contracting. Get peace of mind knowing your home is protected from the elements. They'll ensure your roof is in top shape to handle anything Mother Nature throws its way. Right now, get 10% off a re-roof or repairs, plus a free wind mitigation with a full roof replacement. Call 855-ROOF-HELP or click universalroof.com to schedule your free roof inspection. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Okay, men, if you're battling fatigue, chronic pain, waning sex drive, performance, any and all, they are fixable, I'm telling you. Doc Busey at Integra Concierge Medicine has the hormonal treatment to get you back to the good old days. Contact them today.
Frank Frangie here for Stanley Pools. You know, pool design has come a long way, and if your pool is outdated, Stanley Pools specializes in bringing older pools up to date for the whole family to enjoy. That's why I did it a few years ago, and man, I love the way my pool looks now after we added travertine pavers and so much else. Stanley Pools has been serving our community since 1988. So call them today at 269-7277 or find them online at StanleyPoolsFL.com. That's Stanley Pools, a family tradition of fine swimming pools.
Hacker here, and I just got back from a cruise to the Caribbean, and it was incredible. I actually saw a few folks from Jacksonville who recognized me, and did they want to talk sports? Nope. They complimented my weight and how I look so different after dropping 65 pounds with Awaken 180 weight loss. I even had strangers that overheard some of those conversations that started asking me about Awaken 180. I took some fantastic pictures with my family that I would have otherwise avoided because of my weight. If you're overweight, you know what I mean. I knew I was going to go off the program for a bit because, hey, I deserved it. But my Awaken 180 coach had my back. She showed me how to take a break for 9 days and not put all the weight back on. It was easy. I ate all sorts of food, but the difference? I didn't keep going back for seconds and thirds. My body didn't need it. The kicker? I didn't gain a single pound because my metabolism is on fire. If you want a program that works and coaches that understand, do what we all did and go to Awaken180weightloss.com.
Tired of an AC warranty that doesn't seem to cover what actually breaks? Not at Vaughn's Heating and Air. New AC units from Vaughn's include a 10-year warranty covering all parts, all labor, and all refrigerant. So remember, if your AC won't turn on, just call Vaughn's.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. Former Jaguar and NFL.com reporter Bucky Brooks feels the Jags should benefit from last season's collapse.
The way that you play down the stretch is ultimately going to determine whether you're a team that not only enters the postseason, but whether you're a team that can make some noise when you enter the postseason tournament.
This year's Jacksonville first-round draft selection of wide receiver Brian Thomas Jr. signed his rookie contract with the Jaguars on Friday. Thomas thus far has lived up to his first-round billing, according to reports out of Jaguars OTAs and minicamp. Jaguar new addition veteran defensive lineman Eric Armstead told the Times-Union he sees big talent in Trayvon Walker he wants to support.
I feel like I have a lot to offer to my teammates, not just from a football perspective or not just what I do on the field, but to share the knowledge in different situations I've been through in this league.
That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently it's 8:06 and it's 77 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
ET 807 on a Monday morning. Why don't we switch it up? Why don't we see what's trending this morning? A combination of the wacky, the weird, the wild, and what's going on in the sports world. We call it the Top 5. It's brought to you. Look, by the top one, the path to feeling better, gang. All right, it's time to talk about what's been bothering you. And I'm telling you, call Integra Concierge Medicine, and everything from crippling allergies to your libido, chronic fatigue, chronic pain. They'll find the cause, and not just a cure, but the cause to get your hormones in balance, feel better soon. It's a doctor on demand with Paul Busey. So if you think the good old days are gone, they're not. I'm telling you, these things, they don't want you to know, man. They want you to keep feeling bad. Go where you won't keep feeling bad, where your doctor's appointment runs exactly when it is supposed to be. It's your doctor on demand. 10 o'clock means 10 o'clock, and you guys will search and discover how you can feel better, more energy, weight loss. I mean, any and everything. This has come highly recommended. I've met with Doc Busey a few times now already, so make my doctor your doctor. Doc Busey at Integra Concierge Medicine. All righty.
Number 5.
So we touched on this a little bit, man. Caitlin Clark not making Team USA. Now, if you want to continue to further the game and progress the game of women's basketball, you put her on that roster. Because like I said, like we've said, like she is the golden goose. She is she's generating all the money. And if you want to bring eyes to it, why would you not put her on that roster? Now, if you built the roster in a certain way because she doesn't fit, because she she wouldn't mesh well for whatever reason. Okay, but if it's any other reason other than not putting eyes on that team, come on, man. I don't know. I think you did the WNBA a disservice by not adding her on the Team USA.
I think they did a tremendous disservice, and I can't help but feel like they threw these petty, jealous, mean-spirited women a bone by saying, okay, ladies, you're right, we won't let her come play. Okay? This isn't putting Bronny on the men's team. You feel me? Right, I mean, I'm not being funny. It's not a joke. This isn't that kind of, let's put Bronny on. This isn't signing Bronny to get LeBron. Caitlin Clark deserves to be on the team, if you ask me. Okay, she's a rookie. She's played 7-8 games in the WNBA. Assists, 4th in the WNBA. 3-pointers made. Tied for 4th in the WNBA with Diana Taurasi. More than Sabrina Ionescu. More than some of these other players. It just seems super short-sighted because of those other reasons that you mentioned. And so you're telling me that in women's international basketball, there's not room. Can you imagine the open shots you can get Caitlin Clark with all those other good players on the team? Nah, I can't help but just think it's all just a continuing. And she, again, took this like a champion. I get it. I hope, hopefully I'll be able to play one day. They use some idiotic excuse. She was in the Final Four when there's a history here. When girls have been taken number 1 overall, they get invited on the Olympic team. But change it all for the most popular player who has quite possibly ever come along. Again, good call, women's basketball. I said this earlier, Ian, I mean it. If Caitlin Clark was on that women's team, women's basketball and Caitlin Clark in the parameter of women's athletics would come behind Simone Biles, Katie Ledecky, and that's it. And maybe Sha'Carri Richardson gets up in there. Maybe there's some emerging stars. But it would have had USA women's basketball in the forefront, perhaps even more than the men. And they blew it again. So, yeah, tell us how great Asia Wilson and Brianna Stewart are, and we'll say great and not watch.
To keep it on the snubs tip, and you brought this to my attention because without a doubt, I thought there were 2 and only 2 baseball players. That was Jack Caggs and the buddy out of Georgia, Condon, right?
Correct.
I thought those were the only 2. But then you tell me for the Golden Spike Award, Caggs wasn't even nominated?
Yeah, they nominate 3, and he wasn't nominated. And look, Caitlin Clark, when she found out she got snubbed on Friday, told her head coach, all right, they're going to unleash the monster now. And then she went out and had 30.7 3-pointers. So we'll see moving forward. But you can't help but wonder if Jack Caglione didn't also take some similar motivation from being left off even the list of finalists for the Golden Spikes. That's ridiculous, man. And you also, in this case, you got to factor in what he's done the last 2 years. And he put this offense on its back. He did it again this weekend. Big go-ahead home run in Game 1 on Saturday. Put Florida in the driver's seat. Hit a home run. Started on the mound yesterday. He's such an imposing hitter. They walk him with the runners on first and second. They'll walk him with a runner on first. He's that dangerous a hitter. And Jack Caggs and the Gators are moving on to the College World Series. Who would have thunk it? They beat Clemson yesterday in a wild one, on and off the field. Officiating continues at crisis levels any and everywhere you turn. Any sport, all the time. They'll take on Texas A&M, which is a little bit disappointing because you like to face somebody from outside of your conference until you realize, well, the entire College World Series is the SEC or the ACC. 4 SEC are through already: Florida, Tennessee, Texas A&M, and Kentucky. And 3 from the ACC are through: FSU, Virginia, North Carolina. And the 8th and final spot will go to either the SEC, Georgia, or the ACC, NC State. That's the only game left for the final spot. But yeah, Jack Caggs got really overlooked. And legitimately, you don't have to be partisan to see that.
Hey Jeff, the fight got called off, the fight between Tyson and Jake Paul?
Yeah, I saw that. Maybe Tyson needs to go see my guy Doc Busset at Integra Concierge Medicine. By the way, concierge does not mean super expensive, so don't let that stop. Yeah, I think Tyson needs some Doc Busset in his life because maybe doesn't quite have the energy or bounce through that chronic fatigue. This seems like it's headed towards never happening.
Yeah.
Yet somehow these guys making / stealing money off of someone.
Oh, man.
That's what it feels like. Tyson will be 58 by then, and yeah, I'm losing confidence in the fight. It was supposed to be in July. It was because of Tyson. What he's bothered something.
Like ulcers or something.
I mean, bro, if you're old enough that your fight's being postponed because you have ulcers, I mean, what's next? Diverticulitis? What are we doing? I'm sorry, but Mike Tyson has been postponed again due to liver spots. He's going to be at the dermatologist this weekend.
Oh, dear.
I was kind of looking forward to that fight, but now that we get closer, this tells me that Tyson ain't nowhere near ready, and all he's done is he's postured for TikTok and social media with these 30-second bursts, and then
duped us with those bursts.
Yeah,
man.
I think he's pulling,
I still wouldn't hop in the ring with him, but
Oh no, I don't want anything to do with him. But Jake Paul and
they can have it.
30 years younger and trained and prepared and ready. Maybe he's not so worried. But anyway, yeah, that fight, which was going to be in July, and I found at least somewhat compelling. No more. It's going to be in November. Not knock on wood. We'll continue with what's trending. Top 5 brought to you by Integra Concierge Medicine.
Jeff, you're in like this sweet spot in life in regards to like the
thank
kids. Like we renamed your grandson Boy King, right?
No, that was Hickens.
I feel like we took it
Oh,
from him.
he took it from him? Oh, I don't know.
Well,
we'll have to do. When Hick gets back from, we don't know where he is, quite frankly. But when he gets back, maybe we can read. Because I may have. I remember. I do now that you say that. I remember it coming out. Me pushing a little bit of objection because that one's already been taken. But anyway, we'll see.
Well, the reason I say you're you're in a sweet spot. Have you ever heard of Roblox?
Roadblocks?
Roblox. ROBLOX.
No, I know. I do not know what Roblox is.
Okay, well, Roblox is a gaming phenomenon that the kids love. They play it on their phones, on their computers or tablets or whatever, and they love it. But why I say you're in a sweet spot, because you never spent your hard-earned money on Robux, which is the money system that they use in Roblox.
Okay.
Oh, and it gets quite expensive. LaGrady loves the Roblox. We play it all the time.
So you got to buy basically like tokens or coins.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And basically it's like it's almost like The Sims, maybe, because you're building stuff.
Okay.
You're building like your house, your cars, and all of that stuff. Well, anyways, IKEA, they are giving the opportunity to get paid and to work in IKEA's Roblox store. You'll get paid $16 an hour. Now, they're only going to offer that position to 10 kids. But basically, it's a virtual store within their building where they're going to allow 10 people to get paid $16 an hour to play Roblox.
So rather than pay for tokens, you can get paid to play. Yeah, that sounds like that's like a pipe dream job for somebody.
Oh, absolutely.
Good luck to whoever gets that one. Holy cow. I got a couple of things trending more from the sports world, then we'll go back to you.
Hit us.
But the winner of the Belmont Stakes is a horse named Dornock. That's Jason Worth's horse. If you baseball fans remember Jason Worth, he played for the Phillies. He was on, I believe, the Phillies World Series team back in, gosh, when was that? 2008, did they win the World Series? But anyway, Jason Worth was a part of some really good Phillies teams back in the day. Slightly back in the day. So the Triple Crown goes to 3 different horses this year. And then we talked a lot about Gator baseball today, and boy, it's just a fun, friendly, exciting topic as the Gators advance to the College World Series. A guy who was a big part of last year's College World Series run is pitcher Hurston Waldrop. He was drafted in the first round by the Braves in the draft last summer. He has shot up through the minors, and he made his debut with the Braves yesterday. And it was awesome for about 3 innings. And the second time through the lineup, he got banged around pretty good. The Braves are really, really struggling. And if you know my style, when that's occurring, I tend to characterize it kind of like this. Man, the Braves stink to high hell. I mean, they stink like rotten eggs mixed with spoiled milk poured into a portalette. That's kind of stink.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, that's the kind of stink that the Braves are emitting to the baseball world and more. And it's gotten super old, and it's coming. The absolute Prosser passion observation of all time, midsummer, maybe next week when Dan's on vacation. But these gutless, heartless, non-competitors are going to light my fuse to the explosion point. It's coming. I said it wasn't coming this year, E. I lied. Should have known I wouldn't be able to do it. I would not be able to control my abject bitterness towards these heartless, gutless, choking dogs. That's it for Braves talk. What you got? You got anything else?
Yeah.
All right.
Juror gets $120K in cash dropped off at her doorstep, asking her to acquit defendants in COVID fraud case. Oh, my goodness.
Man, I'd say you're not learning your lesson when you fight fraud with fraud.
Right?
Hey, let me see here. I'm trying to convince everyone that I didn't commit fraud, so I got an idea. How about fraud?
A member of the jury involved in a $250 million charitable fraud case in Minnesota was removed from the trial due to an incident where an individual visited her home and attempted to bribe her with a bag containing 120 straight cash dollars in exchange for a not guilty verdict.
Whoa! I mean, how? So good for her. I guess she just reported it?
Apparently.
Oof. I think you keep the 120 and you vote guilty anyway. Huh? To each his own. Yeah, I'm going to keep your money, and then I'm also going to send you to jail.
Oh, man.
I mean, again, I'm assuming you're about to lose the case anyway, because if there's one sure way to prove that you are indeed capable of fraud, it's to pay off the jury.
Commit fraud.
Yeah, it's to pay off the jury. I mean, that's it, and that's that. All right, that's what's trending. It's brought to you, men, by Integra Concierge Medicine. No wait appointments with Dr. On-Demand Paul Bousset. Set up right now your complimentary first appointment. Set it up. A complimentary first appointment. You can do it at IntegraConciergeMedicine.com, or you can call over to the office. But anything that's been bothering you, testosterone could be the answer. It could be other bio-identical hormones. You don't get all the crap and the chemical. But from sex drive to muscle soreness, mental fatigue, allergies, chronic pain relief is waiting at Integra Concierge Medicine. We got the Monday morning running back. We're talking Jags football and today's opening of minicamp with Fred Taylor. Next.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Because showing up is half the battle.
Although I am not opposed to engaging in a bit of fisticuffs should the occasion arise.
Bringing you Jacksonville Sports Radio every day. This is 1010 XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, Hicken here from my friends at Lockhart Construction. Man, oh man, they're a long-time Jacksonville business. That means they do things right, they do things well. Shane's dad started the company, still with Shane. His guys are from here, taking care of people who live here, people like me. We've used Lockhart Construction not once, not twice, but 3 different times. We did one bathroom, we did another bathroom, we've done some remodeling. Shoot, if you want a new house, no job too big, no job too small. Give the Lockhart family a call. Their family gives your family a better living experience. I say you unlock better living with Lockhart Construction. So if you have a construction need, a simple question, a thought, an idea, give Shane a call. I call him all the time. Hey, Shane, can you do that? Yeah, I can do that. I said, oh, okay, good. Hey, Shane, yeah, I got that. I said, okay, great. Shane will call you back, 994-3865. Shane Lockhart, Lockhart Construction, 994-3865.
I'm sure many of you guys feel like you wish you could be as fit as you were in your 20s. The dad bod is really tough to shed. I'm Dr. Lance Snyder, and I did something about it through Dr. Rappaport at the Jax Aesthetic Center. I'm active, I played college sports, and I still work out a few times a week. Nothing worked. As a doctor and a dad, I want to be around as long as possible and feel good about my body. Dr. Rappaport put together a personalized treatment plan that worked. It It was easy for me to make appointments, get to those appointments, and get back to work in time. I also recommend the Imsella chair for any urinary issues or ED. Dr. Rappaport has state-of-the-art treatment options for men. And the M-Sculpt Neo is an abs blast. 20,000 crunches in 30 minutes. Give yourself your own gift this Father's Day at the Jax Aesthetic Center. Build muscle and lose fat. Call or text today, 904-808-2455. That's 904-808-2455. You won't be sorry.
Nothing has a 10-year warranty except for a new AC unit from Vons. V-O-N-S. Vons Amazing 10. This is legit. A full 10-year warranty. It covers parts, labor, and refrigerant. That's an unmatched commitment they make to their customers, while others will charge extra for weekend and same-day emergencies. Not at Vons. No extra charges. Just great service when you need it, whether your unit needs to be repaired or replaced. Remember, if your AC won't turn on, just call Vons.
Guys, feeling deflated in the bedroom? ED, low T, no energy? If your stuff is broken, call 904-STROKEN or 904stroken.com. No shots and the first treatment now free. Fix your ED at 904stroken.com.
Are you looking for that perfect Father's Day gift? Look no further than Shooters this Thursday through Sunday, June 13th through the 16th. Shooters and Smith & Wesson are bringing you the largest Smith & Wesson sale of the year with the largest savings of the year. Click away with a Smith & Wesson M&P 1522, very affordable, just $429. Save $70. The most popular small frame defense revolver on the market, the Airweight 38 Special, for only $469. Save $70. The hottest selling concealed carry pistol, the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus 9mm, for only $399. You save $150. Get unmatched value with the new Smith & Wesson SD9 2.0 handgun for a low $279. Save $80. Shooters and Smith & Wesson Father's Day sale, the largest sale of the year, June 13th through the 16th at Shooters, 5085 University Boulevard West. See the full ad at shootersjacks.com. Shootersjacks.com.
2 hours spent on two things: your Jags and the rest of the NFL with Mike Dempsey and Fat Tony.
Jaguars Today from the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute studios.
Every weekday from 10 to noon on 1010XL.
Now that's what I call high quality H2O. If you want high quality water throughout your home, call your local water boy. We install equipment to solve any water problem. Waterboyjax.com.
Have you or someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI and all criminal offenses. I've been named the best DUI attorney in the state, and David has been named the best criminal defense lawyer in Jacksonville. In your battle with the justice system, there is only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. From GFL, Green for Life.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys locksmith service.
Do you have clicking, popping, swelling, or pain in your knee or shoulder? This can be due to arthritic changes in your joints. Over time, you have wear and tear of your cartilage. I am Dr. George Bari, and here at Bari Orthopedics, we have numerous ways to treat your arthritis, such as regenerative medicine, including PRP and joint replacements with CT guidance for accuracy down to the millimeter. If you are experiencing any of these symptoms, call us for an appointment today, or log on to BariOrthopedics.com.
Find out more at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
If your ride is making strange noises, don't wait and make it worse. Come to Action Transmission on Merrill Road. My expert technicians can diagnose the problem and likely fix it fast. Experience the difference at Action Transmission on Merrill Road.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, we got Freddie's getting on a plane. We'll let him do his thing. College football is often been referred to as king around these parts, but the Monday morning running back will become the Tuesday morning running back, or maybe even Wednesday sometime later in the week. Give us a day to kind of soak in day one of this 3-day mini camp. Odds are they'll work out today and tomorrow, and then, either do an ice cream social or I'll go bowling or all these fun things. I never, they always seem to do things that were fun when you were 8. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
I mean, you got a group of 25 to 35-year-old men. Is it really all that fun to have the ice cream truck come? Go bowling? Let's have a good time, man. Why don't you get that at TPC? Let's do that. But college football is you wonder, when we think about the conference affiliation, right, and all of this, rotating chairs, and the ACC is just doggone idiotic way that they reconfigured themselves. With the massive coup of getting Stanford and Cal and SMU. Just tell your title contenders that you don't care. I mean, is there a better way you could just tell them, just scream at them? We don't care who you are or what you do. We don't care about competing or being the best. Here's Cal, Stanford, and SMU. Knock them dead, gang. But is it fair to look at it just as football? I guess it is, isn't it? Football's the king, and that's what's driving the revenue train, and so as long as that's the case, that's how it's going to be. And I say this because, look, the ACC is still at worst, still a puncher's chance to win the college basketball championship. I mean, I don't think we're to the point where we can, NC State was in the Final Four this year. NC State, that's not Duke. That's not North Carolina. That's not even Virginia. That's NC State. So you're a pretty deep conference if in the basketball Final Four you could send NC State. And now here we are in the College World Series. And already 3 of the 8 teams in Omaha are from the ACC, FSU. FSU, Tennessee, I think, is the matchup in Omaha. So, a Gator fan, have fun with that one. I once covered a national championship, E.T., as a proud Gator grad and, obviously a dog in the fight, as objective as I would be on the TV side. But I once covered a national championship at the Fiesta Bowl that featured FSU against Tennessee for the national. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Being a Gator grad who, by the way, was at Florida's only 2 losses that year. At Tennessee and at FSU.
I would have been turned on that.
And then watch those 2 play Tennessee, Peerless Price, and what was that? What was that DB's name? Oh, he had to pick 6. Played in the league. Corner for Tennessee. Somebody hit me up on the text line. What was that dude's name? I know it too. But yeah, Phil Fulmer in Tennessee celebrated a national title in that one. But I digress.
Can I get a jersey number for Peerless Price in Tennessee? Oh, that's a reach.
13?
Ooh, close. It's like 34.
Was it? Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was weird. It was a weird number.
As a receiver.
Yeah, I don't think it was 34, but I'm with you. It was something like that now that you mention it. Do you have an exact answer? Do you have a right answer? Yeah, the 12. I'm going 12. Peerless Price. What did I say before?
You said 13.
Yeah, I'm going 12. I'm going 12 for Peerless Price.
37.
Is it 37?
Yeah.
I wonder what he was for Atlanta.
81.
Really? Just nice and standard there, huh?
Nice and standard.
We ain't playing your game. But back to the ACC, and it's going to fall apart because of football and FSU and Clemson primarily, isn't it? Isn't that the feel? The ACC is, well, if it doesn't fall apart, it's going to be neutered from a football standpoint when Clemson and FSU go bye-bye. And if you're the ACC, I mean, are you sure? Because I'm looking at the College World Series. There's FSU. Clemson was a step short. Got Virginia, got North Carolina. But, boy, because FSU didn't get the invite into that 14 playoff, by the way, an invite that will be a lot easier to get this year with the 12 team, and that leads us to more ACC talk. I'm looking here at the win totals, the odds in the new-look ACC. What do you think the FSU win total has been placed at? 12 games.
I'm going to go 8.
9.5.
Okay.
It's even money if you go over or under. We've gone through this schedule. I'm not going to just, map it out in front of you. There's, you get to that 9.5 because of their 3, quote unquote, most difficult / losable games are manageable. FSU's got what? They got Clemson, they got Notre Dame, they got Miami, they got Florida. And who knows what Florida is by the end of the regular season. They could be a team that found themselves suddenly as confident and growing, and much like FSU was at, say, the end of 2022. Or they could be down and despondent and, playing out another losing year with a coach on the hot seat and just overall cloud of negativity hovering. That Florida State game, by the time that one comes along, could go either way, I would assume. But if the expectation is fully on Florida State being a playoff team this year. And I would, quite frankly, I would think they would be too. That would be my expectation. Don't you expect, ET, that FSU will be in the 12-team tournament?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Really helps with the 12. Really takes a lot of praise. It's going to be, and by the way, the drama about, when you get to like numbers 10 through 10 through 14, we're going to have the same hand. It doesn't take long for you to say, well, as long as there's 12, I think it's at least fair. You're not leaving out number 3 as it used to be, or number 5 or 6 as it is now. I promise you, like the FSU hurt feelings that would not have materialized in a 12-teamer. They would have gone in probably, and this is how hypocritical the committee is, they probably would have put them in as the 3 seed. They probably would have. Let history always know that if Georgia beats Alabama, FSU's in. They had kept it nice and clean and neat. But Georgia losing that game and Alabama now forging their way in because Texas beat them, they had to go in. That really, really, really was the death blow for FSU. Ironically, it came more in the Georgia game than any game they played all year. The NFL notebook is, I almost feel like I'm reading like tabloid journalism this time of year. Like when you go bouncing around for training camp, or in this case, mini camp storylines and OTAs and whatnot. I just can't trust can you believe, can you trust what you believe? The Denver Broncos drafted Bo Nix in round 1 of the draft. Zach Wilson is, let me check my notes, terrible. Why in God's green earth would any narrative around Zach Wilson being in contention for the starting job be a good thing?
Oh, no.
They spent a top 15 pick on Bo Nix. They have Jarrett Stidham, seems to be that guy who's going to forever play in the NFL. He's like Hoyer now. Everywhere you go, they really like him, but he's never good enough to be your guy. But now it's a cast-off. Zach Wilson is in contention for the top job, according to ESPN. Wilson's now in a, quote, positive state of mind after that 3-year stint with the Jets. The former number 2 overall pick heads into minicamp, which for Denver starts tomorrow, quote, in the mix for the week 1 gig. All right, here's Sean Payton. We just felt like, man, we'd love to work with this guy. Wasn't too long ago, we remember grading him well, and we felt the investment was worth it relative to his skill set and his talent. We spent the better part of a month and a half working on that trade. But for what it's worth, Payton has also been pretty effusive, would be the word, in his praise for Bo Nix as well. Man, I would think that you just got to give it to Bo Nix and run, don't you?
No question.
Yeah.
No question.
I'm not messing around with it. And if you want me, listen, Zach Wilson now is like and never had the success. He wasn't as good on the field, but now he's like Jameis Winston. There's always going to be talk that he could start, and here we are, Jameis, how many years later, still can he? Where did Jameis end up anyway? Is he still with New Orleans?
That's what I would have
He
thought.
changed, didn't he? Give me that one. Give me where's Jameis Winston? I think he took a back Buffalo maybe. He took a backup job somewhere.
He did change, and we did know this. He is the backup with Cleveland.
That's what it is. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, let's do this. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com. How the umpires completely lost the Florida-Clemson game yesterday to the point of taking away from one of the most dramatic, better games. Baseball umpires have still not gotten the memo to check themselves. Those that are in charge of the baseball umpires refuse to make them check themselves, and they are taking away from the enjoyment from a fan perspective. At least in the fast-moving sports of football and basketball, it never simmers to the point that you can literally feel this arrogant, entitled narcissist who's making the judgment calls. You can feel him spreading his feathers like a peacock. Just without the proper temperament or, quite frankly, talent to do what they do. And they lost it early and they lost it late, and they're just pitiful. This is what they are. And I'll give you the exact details. As a Gator fan, no complaints. This is the drill. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
There's a new one-stop shop for all things Florida State. Subscribe to 1010XL Seminoles YouTube channel, up-to-the-minute updates, analysis, and more. Plant the spear and subscribe to 1010XL Seminoles channel today.
Exciting news from All Pro Roofing. Effective right now. You can get an instant roof quote. Just click the Instant Roof Quote tab on their website. Whether you're in need of roofing, exterior siding, or windows, All Pro Roofing is your local partner for quality craftsmanship. Click the Instant Roof tab and voila! Get an instant quote. It's that simple. Click on the Instant Roof Quote tab today at allproroofingllc.com.
License number CCC 1327056.
CDC 060138.
Denny Thompson here. Tackle burglars and protect your turf. Give yourself peace of mind catching everything around your home with Tyson Sound & Security's cutting-edge surveillance cameras. For safety and convenience, Tyson has you covered for all home cameras and security systems. I'm talking HD recording, night vision, and remote alerts all from your phone or computer. Call Tyson Sound & Security right now at 904-762-1000. Tyson Sound & Security. Security and automation experts.
Hey guys, this is David Garrard, and I want to tell you about Clearwater Irrigation. They put my new sprinkler system in my new home at Jack's Beach, and I couldn't be happier. Oh, hey John.
What's up, Dave? You know what this means. You're going to have to sing.
Man, I can't sing.
Then you'll fit right in, buddy. Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers. Hit it, Dave.
And drainage too.
ClearwaterJacks.com.
You see this smile on my face? I got a smile on my face all the time because I'm so happy that I've joined the George Moore Chevrolet family. When I say family, I mean it, man. That's how they treat you when you head over to that beautiful showroom off Atlantic Boulevard and find out exactly what I'm talking about. No pressure, just friendly help. That smile on my face means I walk out to my beautiful blue Silverado. You're my boy, Blue! I'm cruising around town, and I love it. Whether you want a car, a truck, SUV, electric, pre-owned, George Moore Chevrolet has it. If you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, don't worry. MooreChevy.com. Easy to navigate as any site you'll try. All the vehicles, transparent pricing. It's right there for you. Sales and service to parts. It's never been more easy to use. That's Moore Chevy, M-O-O-R-E Chevy.com. George Moore Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance painting.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and I've got some exciting news from Leonard Truck Outfitters and their new location on Beach Boulevard. Stocking brands like Real Truck, UWS, WeatherGuard, Carry-On Trailers, and much more. Grand opening celebration June 28th, starting at noon with tons of special promotions and giveaways like a brand new golf cart.
Get closer to nature.
Trying to get close to these bucks out here.
Jeff Lageman, Captain Kevin Faber, and Captain Kirk Waltz. The Nimnicht Outdoor Show. Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. Saturday morning 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
Hicken here with Zero Res. If you're like me, you like to sit on the sofa and recliners and watch a good game or show. You know, unwind down from the day. But sometimes TV time means food, drink, and a mess as well. That's why you need to have the Zero Res truck out and get that furniture looking great again. All of June, Zero Res offering 25% off all upholstery cleaning, 25% off a sectional, off a sofa, 25% off a love seat, 25% off your favorite recliner. Zero Res, man, you spell it forward, you spell it backwards. Zero Res, it's the right way to clean.
Integrity, persistence, and standing up for victims. It's what you want in a personal injury case, and what my friend and lawyer Glenn Cohen brings to every case for over 40 years. Call Glenn at Barnes, Cohen, and Sullivan.
Yeah. E to the T here, and the NBA playoffs are heating up, and it's the perfect time to elevate your game with MyBookie. With MyBookie, you can bet from anywhere, anytime, so you'll never miss a shot to cash in or cash out. What MyBookie has to offer? Let me tell you. Early cash outs, daily odds boosts, quick bet settlements, live game lines, and some. All you have to do is head over to MyBookie and use promo code 1010XL. That's right, use promo code 1010XL to get you that special bonus deposit. I'm telling you, MyBookie trying to hook you up. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
This is Hayes Carlion for QC Kinetics. Are you not able to enjoy this summer as much as you want because of joint pain? Well, give my friends at QC Kinetics a call at 904-274-5522 for a free consultation. They're serving the Jacksonville area with locations in Mandarin and Ponte Vedra Beach. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. I'm talking lasting joint pain relief with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. QC Kinetics advanced treatments harness your own body's ability to restore and repair damaged joint tissue so you can walk, run, hike, play golf, move again, pain-free. Their advanced protocols have enabled tens of thousands of patients to reclaim their mobility. Stop putting it off. Take action now and live your best life again. Call QC Kinetics now for a free consultation, 904-274-5522 in Mandarin and Ponte Vedra. That is QC Kinetics.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Just like the wide-winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing.
Out nature experiences with nature this weekend, E.T. Mrs. P and I on a Saturday looking for something to do. No decided what we would do.
What's that?
It's like recapture our 20s, and Daddy threw the tent into the back of the truck, threw a couple chairs in there, loaded up the cooler. Let's go sit on the beach for the day.
Hey, that's a vibe for real.
Yeah, so we went out to the beach. I figured, it's probably a good day. We'll go. They got this old school shootout going on where the boats all have to stay within 3 miles. And,
yeah.
So it gives you like some. I wish I had some binoculars, but I told Stacey, we were sitting there, I said, but binoculars at the beach are kind of sketchy. You know what I mean?
Why it instantly made me laugh.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Right? It's kind of sketchy. If you go to the beach with binoculars, it's kind of sketchy.
You make sure you're just looking out at that water
Yeah,
at all times. Once you start scanning the beach with the binoculars, we
yeah.
know what you up to, buddy.
By the way, the girls in today's day and age don't leave much to the imagination. You don't need
They really
binoculars
don't.
anymore. I mean, they wear thongs out to the beach. I mean, what happened to modesty? I mean, whatever, bro. Y'all knock yourselves out. But
Them
man,
draws be out,
I mean, I'm talking just like straight up. I mean, you got
cheeks getting the sunshine.
less than a lot of underwear. So anyway, my point is, we're sitting there, and so I set up the tent. I can't. I'm reached the point. I'm not going to the beach without the tent. You know those little, I say tent. You know what I'm talking about? Those little yeah.
Little shaded area.
Those little shaded things. People take them to baseball games and picnics. And so I took it there. Made me a healthy, Uncle Tito's went to the beach with me, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, what up?
Yeah, just made me a big old Yeti. We're good. We're going to sip. We're going to sip and sing and watch. And, make sure we ain't got no binoculars. But I would like some binoculars so I could watch them fish better. That's all what I was going to say before I digress. So anyway, we're setting up. It's just two of us, and it's a little bit of a haul there. By the time it's 158,000 degrees, so by the time we get there and set up and we get the tent set up, I'm kind of wearing a long sleeve T-shirt like an Under Armour, and I've gotten hot now and sweaty. So I decided I'm going to take the shirt off. If I'm sitting out in the sun, if I'm out in the sun anymore, I do not go shirtless. It is not worth the sunburn, dude. The sunburn, especially y'all feel me on this, like your chest or your stomach, you get it by accident or you misjudge. Just the worst, man. The last thing in the world I need is a sunburn.
Yeah,
they're the worst.
I don't feel you on that, but I believe you.
This is going to seem like a terribly insensitive question, but does the culture get a sunburn?
Oh, yeah, they can.
Okay.
They can.
Yeah, I don't mean that to be ignorant.
Understood. Just the melanin in our skin helps. It prevents an extra
sure.
layer to
Yeah. Because all right, well, like if I took off my shirt right now, my front is like red. It's itchy, whatever.
Yeah, no.
But the point is this. So I put up the tent. I take off the shirt. I sit in the chair. 4 hours later, we pack up, put the shirt on, leave. And I have a fairly decent sunburn. Point being, that sun goes right through that shade, E. Like, I'm sitting underneath the tent shade for the entire time there. I left with a sunburn. I was not in the sun except to go to the, some people call it the bathroom. I call it the ocean. So anyway, there's that. I give you this life lesson, summer lesson, okay? If you go and you set up keep that shirt on anyway, or put on sunscreen lest you get a little bit of sunburn. I'm mad because I did the responsible thingy. Plenty of times I just run around without a shirt too long or stayed in it too long or not. But this time, I'm under the tent here. I've set up the tent. I've done everything I'm supposed to do. I should not have a sunburn.
Right.
Nonetheless, I'm dealing with it. What do you got for me?
Man, I almost went out there to the Kingfish tournament. I was laying down, and they were out there early. They were out there early. And I saw some pictures, you know what? I'm going to slide out there next year.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I believe you. E.T., when he says he's going to slide, he does. You were Saturday at the Sharks game. We'll have more on that. Talk to Jason Gibson. But you say you had a pop quiz.
Now, Jeffrey, is there a position that I'm more biased to than any position when it comes to football?
The running backs.
The running back position.
Sure.
I took a little dive into the running back position since, college football, we're a couple months away from college football starting. And I found a list of the most rushing yards in a single season, Division I history. And I was a little impressed. And I got the top 10 rushers, guys who have the most rushing yards in a single season. I have the top 10 here. And I'm going to put the over-under. And you don't got to get them all. I don't expect you to get each position, but I think you'll probably get, I'm going to go over under. I'm going to go 7.5. I think you'll get at least 8 of these. I'm going to go over. We got the most rushing yards in a single season, Division I history. And they're all pretty recent. I'll give you that.
Well, I know I'm pretty sure Barry Sanders is still number one. He had that 2,200 and 700 yards almost.
2,600.
Sure, he's got to be in the top 10.
Barry Sanders is still number one.
All right, I'm gonna go with. What are you asking for? The top 10?
Yeah, the top 10. The top 10 Top 10. There's 10 players who hold the top 10 single season rushing yards in a single season. Most rushing yards in a single season. Top 10. Ooh, that was hard to get out.
No, I hear you. I don't know if this guy sticks around, but I remember back in the day at Iowa State. This is like 30, but Troy Davis. Is that too early to throw him out there? Is he still on there?
Oh, you're going to go over. He's definitely on there. He's 8th.
Okay.
But I would not have gotten that. With 2,000.
I just remember that name. He's a Miami kid, I'm pretty sure. And he had a brother who was also a running back. It was his name started with D. And he may have been a cup of coffee tryout with the Jags at one point, but I'm not positive on that one. All right, the Wisconsin running backs.
Okay.
Get there. I know Melvin Gordon, I think, is second all time. I'm pretty sure.
Melvin Gordon, second all time with 2,587
Yeah,
yards.
and then I'm pretty sure. Is Ron Dane gonna mess me up, or is Ron Dane like ineligible for? Because Ron Dane had a 2,000-yard season. I don't know. Okay, I see what you're doing there. You're that's kind of cheating, but you've got kind of gotten me off. How about LT at TCU?
Woo! He's 10th all time with 2,158. LaDainian Tomlinson.
All right, so I got to kind of go back now to the I'm telling you the Wisconsin, man. So who we got? We got Monty Ball. We got Jonathan Taylor. Didn't he just go?
There we go. That's the other Wisconsin guy. Jonathan Taylor with 2,194. So right now you got Barry Sanders, Melvin Gordon.
Is Ron Dane ineligible for did he get booted? Did he do something illegal? Did Ron Dane not have 2,000?
I think he had 2,000.
Is LaDainian's 2,000?
Yeah, LaDainian is 10 with 2,100.
All right. Okay. Well, then maybe it's just like when Ron Dane did that, it was just so long ago. I don't know.
Or maybe he's right outside of it. He might be 11. I'll look that up shortly.
No, that's okay. That's all right. I could be. All right. How many do I have?
You got Barry Sanders, Melvin Gordon, Jonathan Taylor at 7, and LaDainian Tomlinson at 10.
And Troy Davis.
And Troy Davis at 8.
All right. I'm gonna go. One of those Bama running backs. It was like Ingram, maybe, or. Oh no! Didn't Henry?
There we go. Derrick Henry is 6 with 2,219. Most rushing yards in a single season.
I don't. It's not Ron Dane. It's not. What about Trying to think. What about Yeah, I'm not gonna get any more, bro.
Oh man.
What about like OJ? One of the old school dudes, like OJ,
there's an old school guy.
Or Larry. What was the dude? Or Marcus Allen.
Bam, there you go. 4th. Marcus Allen with 2,342.
All right, I got nothing. Oh, what about Mike Rozier?
Nah, no Mike Rozier.
No. He had a 2,000-yard rushing season for Nebraska when he won the Heisman. All right, I don't know. Who's the rest of the top 10? I'm not going to get
third place is Kevin Smith of UCF with 2,567.
Wow, really?
Rashad Penny is 5th all time.
Kevin Smith is 3rd all time, 2,567.
Yeah, UCF.
Holy cow.
Rashad Penny is 5th all time.
Oh, okay.
2,248. You said Derrick Henry. You said Jonathan Taylor. You said Troy Davis. Andre Williams is 9th.
Never heard of him. Who's that?
Boston
College.
No,
yeah, the dude, the kind of a big dude.
Yeah,
a few years ago. He didn't hit, did he?
Nah, 2,177. That rounds out your top 10.
I mean, I got to look up. I got to see what's going on with Ron Dane here before we get ready. And then I'm going to get into the we got sidetracked. We didn't have sidetracked. We had fun there with the pop quiz. We'll get into the Clemson umpires just blowing it big time. What about Claret, too? Didn't he have 2,000 or no? Ron Dane. He's going to get his best year in college, and then we'll call it a day. Sorry, had to do it. Let's see. College. Yeah, 2109. Does that not make the list?
Does not make the list.
2109 doesn't get you.
2158 makes the list. That's 10. LaDainian Tomlinson.
Okay. Well, there you go. That makes some sense. Jason Gibson, perhaps Sharks head coach when we come back.
Sounds good.
So got this crisis of officiating. It struck the regional yesterday, where anytime the umpires can make the whole thing less pleasant, unnecessarily, count on them to do it. Narcissists, NIA, narcissists in action. When we return, that and more. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Your place for Jags news. Jacksonville Sports Superstation has the Jaguars covered. 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Summer starts now at Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet with our summer sale. It's not sink or swim. We have vehicles for every budget and every need, starting as low as $79.99, and you won't get burnt. We offer 20-year 200,000-mile protection on new and 7-year 100,000-mile protection on used. Plus, we can really cool things off with our 30-day exchange policy. Start the summer off the way you deserve it with our summer sale at Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. We're here to wow you.
Is your roof ready to weather the storm? Don't take chances with your home safety. Trust the experts at Universal Roof and Contract. Get peace of mind knowing your home is protected from the elements. They'll ensure your roof is in top shape to handle anything Mother Nature throws its way. Right now, get 10% off a re-roof or repairs, plus a free wind mitigation with a full roof replacement. Call 855-ROOF-HELP or click universalroof.com to schedule your free roof inspection. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Ready to drive away with a fortune? Join us at Best Bet St. Augustine for our Fairways to Fortune giveaway. Over $30,000 in prizes are up for grabs, including a top-of-the-line 6-seater golf cart. Join us July 27th at Best Bet St. Augustine for the big giveaway and hourly cash drawings. Come play and win big at Best Bet St. Augustine, located on State Road 207, seconds away from the I-95 exit. Visit bestbetjax.com for details. That's bestbetjax.com, and we'll see you in St. Augustine.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the Botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said, "Gone boating." But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations. Julington Creek, Jax Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine. And over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek Rope Swing? Or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the Botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
International soccer returns this summer. Don't miss Premier League clubs, Wolves and West Ham in Jacksonville for the Stateside Cup, July 27th at Everbank Stadium. Tickets as low as $35 at statesidecup.com.
All right, sports fans, Hicken here. Let's talk skin. Me, myself, and I, and Beaches Dermatology, are reminding you all, man, wear that sunscreen, right? Got to wear the sunscreen. Why? Because you're outside all the time in this great state of ours that has and is the Sunshine State. So if you're an active parent hanging at the fields in your boat to fish, you like to chill at the beach, wear sunscreen. Because if you don't, there can be some ramifications, short and long term. Skin cancer is not something you want to deal with. So when grabbing the clubs for your tea time, you're gassing up the boat, you're grabbing the chairs for your kids' game, make sure to bring the screen. And if you have any concerns on your body right now, go see my friends, Doctors Boudreaux and Metz, the best in the business at Beaches Dermatology. By the way, they've been taking care of me for decades now. Give Beaches Dermatology a call online at beachesdermatology.com.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Our returning champion, a basketball court sweat mopper from Jacksonville, Florida, meet Louis Cramp.
Great to be back, Merv.
There's only one category left on the board, Louis. People you can trust to repair your air conditioner. Your 10 seconds starts now.
Well, I'm pretty handy with tools around. So my Uncle Steve used to fix transmissions, so maybe he could... Okay, sorry. I guess just call the guys at Bueller?
That's right, Lewis. The highly trained technicians at Bueller Air and Plumbing have the tools and the experience to service any make and model of home air conditioner to make sure that you are cool.
You sure I can't just have a quick?
Yeah, we're done for today.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Are you looking for that perfect Father's Day gift? Look no further than Shooters this Thursday through Sunday, June 13th through the 16th. Shooters and Smith & Wesson are bringing you the largest Smith & Wesson sale of the year with the largest savings of the year. Click away with a Smith & Wesson M&P 1522, very affordable, just $429. Save $70. The most popular small frame defense revolver on the market, the Airweight 38 Special, for only $469. Save $70. The hottest selling concealed carry pistol, the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus 9mm, for only $399. You save $150. Get unmatched value with the new Smith & Wesson SD9 2.0 handgun for a low $279. Save $80. Shooters and Smith & Wesson Father's Day sale, the largest sale of the year, June 13th through the 16th at Shooters, 5085 University Boulevard West. See the full ad at shootersjacks.com. ShootersJacks.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. Former Jaguar and NFL.com reporter Bucky Brooks validated reports of Jaguar quarterback Trevor Lawrence being more vocal during OTAs.
He has been more vocal, demanding a little more from his teammates on guys about route running and the depth of the routes and where they should be within the progression of the routes.
Florida State broke a tie in the top of the 12th inning that led the Noles to a victory over UConn in Game 2 of the Tallahassee Super Regional, and the team advanced to the 2024 College World Series, its first since 2019. The Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp earned a series win with Sunday's victory over the Charlotte Knights. In Major League Baseball play, the Rays lost to the Baltimore Orioles, and the Marlins fell to the Cleveland Guardians. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 9:06 and it's 80 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Let's ring up another guest on the All-Pro Roofing phone line.
What an iconic little score from a movie, huh? Is there anything more iconic than if you play, you know what it's from?
Of course.
Than this from Jaws? It might be.
Right. This one hits every time.
Yeah, every time. We're going to bring in head coach Jason Gibson on the All-Pro Roofing Hotline as we bring him in. Coach, good morning. Congrats on the win. More on that in a second. But I'll take you into our world here. We're constantly, as you know, gatekeeping, keeping our ear to the ground, our eyes on all breaking stories. So I don't, I would be remiss if I didn't get this out immediately, E.T.
Okay.
Baby Gronk has flipped to Kentucky. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. We had him for a week. We had him last Monday. He was a Gator, but Baby Gronk is now flipped to Kentucky. I believe that's 12 he's now. And by the way, none of these schools have actually recruited. Coach, are you on to Baby Gronk yet? Do you have a school of scouts that are out taking a look at the 11-year-old youngster?
No, we're not there yet. But it'll make Boone Williams and our team from Kentucky happy. I'm sure he'll love that.
There you go, Boone Williams. Yeah, sure. Listen, man, walk-offs don't happen in football like they happen in baseball and basketball and other sports. If they do, they're usually a kick-off, so to speak. It's usually a kick that seems to end games. You don't often, have it in your possession as the final ticks go off and a touchdown wins the game. And I would just have to think that after, these past few weeks, that was a much-needed victory for you and your guys.
Huge validation for what we're trying to do.
Okay.
And that is, we talked about revamping the locker room. We talked about, we were down 17 points. That team 2-3 weeks ago folds.
Okay.
And and then we fold, and the game ends the way it's been ended. So, but what happened was they're buying in. They're being coached. They're not making as many mistakes. We told them all week long, hey, do not give up a deep ball for a touchdown, no matter what. I don't care if you have to backpedal to Daytona. Do not give up a deep ball for a touchdown, and we didn't.
Well,
they starting to do things. I only got 3 guys on this team from that banner team last year.
Yeah. And look, and I think you've even admitted it's been a learning process for all y'all. to a degree, right? I mean, even though it's indoor football, it turns out all indoor football was not made the same.
It's not, and it's hard for me to throw the ball. When I looked at it, we ran for another 150 plus.
Yeah.
And we're starting to become. I think we ran for 150. We threw for 148. So now we're becoming really balanced, and that's the things you have to do in this game. I mean, an arena football, 4th and goal, with the game on the line, you're not running it. But in this league, that's what we were going to do. We had practiced all week long. The game was on the line. I'm not kicking for a tie. I'm never going to kick for a tie. And I didn't even really have to call the play. We'd repped it all week. The players felt comfortable, and they said, Coach, we're running it down their throats. Let's do it.
I like
and when you get that confidence, maybe it steamrolls over and it starts building for where we're going, not only to finish strong this year, but going into next year.
And rightly or wrongly, I've never really considered the arena game, the indoor game, to be a, quote, physical game. But it sounds like you're describing physicality kind of is maybe a little bit more important than years past.
You better be able to run the ball.
Okay.
You have to. It's indoor football is outdoor football inside. It's not the arena set. It's not the arena skill set. It is outdoor rules, outdoor almost everything to an extent.
Okay.
And you got to transition, and it's taking me a little time. And it's like, there's 4 minutes left in the game. And in this game, if there's 4 minutes left, you better onside it because you're not going to see the ball again.
Right. In the old school, that wasn't, or the old game, that it wasn't that way at all. Well, it's nice to be able to finish that off after a hard week of practice with a victory. Where do we go this weekend? What do we got?
Oh, we got a quick one. I mean, we're on the practice field now, but we fly out Thursday morning for Green Bay, and Green Bay's in first place. So,
well, we've had that a lot this year.
Yeah, we fly to Green Bay, short work week, but hey, this is another big game. I told the guys it's a 6-game season. You never know what can happen. We're only like 2 games or 3 games out of a playoff spot. But realistically, I'm just trying to win the next game.
Hear you, man. I feel for you. I do. I'm not trying to be, I'm not trying to patronize you. I do. I know the work y'all put in and some of the stumbles we've had this year. So congrats on the win. We're back home a week from Saturday. JackSharks.com and phone number and all that. We'll continue to let folks know it's still a fun, exciting way to spend a weekend night, and they got to find that out firsthand over the weekend. I
got to tell you, man, that was an unbelievable crowd. I told the players in pregame, when I was in pregame, I just happened to look up during the national anthem, and I went, whoa, there's a lot of people here. And, you could tell, and they were there till the end. And to be down 17 in the third quarter and come back and win that game, that was tough. But you got to give the fans the credit. They stuck in there, stayed till the end, and it worked out. And that was an exciting game. Those are the kind of games you talk about at the water cooler on Monday. And so that's a good thing.
All right, Coach. Appreciate you. Have a good week. And good luck next weekend. We'll talk to you next Monday. There he is, Jason Gibson, the head coach of the Sharks, who get the victory in the Shark Tank, in the arena, as it were, over the weekend. I don't know, E, what to make of this. I mean, you're my guy. Although the way Friday's show ended with you two and this smoochy, hug fest, leaving me out on the ledge by myself, which I'm okay with, by the way.
You sound like a little jealous.
Yeah, nah, it's not really not. I just want to remind folks that that's what happened.
All right, bet.
So I feel free to point this out. And by the way, this is part of the oddity of it all. Hick is more inclined to point something like this out to you, yet you still Vaz ride and die with him in the backseat.
I know, right? It's crazy.
But I just want to say here on the text line, that guy, I just want to point out, E.T. was doing a full sprint around the Sharks field Saturday night. Looks like he's healed and in racing shape for Marcel.
I love that they think that's a full sprint.
Oh, that's how fast you are.
Yeah, man, honestly, that's probably about like a 4 or 5 for real. I can't really. Like, sprinters really know. Like, runners know. Like, it's a mental thing. If you want to let go, you can go, and I just can't. I know I'm going to pop that thing again. But it does look like your boy out there sprinting. I know. Welcome to speed, my boy.
Okay. All right. By the way, listen, we've got some sun flares, I like to call them, when we ever have a little, some solar, the solstice issues going on. So if you have issues, I do want to say this. Because I get it. 92.5 is the go-to. E.T.'s voice booms at you like he's a 380-pounder. I get it. But if you ever have struggles on that, first the apps, man. It is 2024. Even your boy here can plug his phone into his, Bluetooth and fire up. It's not hard.
And we got 2 of them.
So you can always do that. But if you don't want to do that, and I get that too, old school 1010 a.m. usually ain't messed up, right? Doesn't have that deep resonance that you get from the FM, but and look, we never want to make you have to go searching, but on those days where 92.5 gets a little bit of a signal static for you, and Mrs. P is texting me this morning, Something wrong with the signal.
Yeah.
You know, dulcet tones, I guess, is what she longs for. So yeah, if 92.5 gives you a little issue here or there, always you can hit 1010 on the AM side, and the apps are terrific.
And then they can also go to YouTube. Go right to YouTube and stream us.
Well, there you go. Hello, YouTube. A pretty good weekend for Florida athletics. It's a shame that Hicken is not here today. And by the way, I will reset this take from the top of the 8 o'clock hour. If you or anyone out there in Jacksonville proper, either for work or personal reasons, have texted me and I seemingly have blown you off and ignored you, put a big asterisk. I'm getting a lot of texts that I'm not getting. And that included, we had a group text, us here on the show last night, late night, and apparently it indicated that Dan was having a little, again, HIPAA rules and violations. I don't want to say if he has kidney stones or something like that. You know, so because of HIPAA, you know, I had kidney stones and I had to go to an ER. That sounds like something that might make you go to the ER if you say you were hit by kidney stones and you didn't know it. But, of course, I'm not saying that. Dan will have to tell you what happened, HIPAA rules and all. But say it were kidney stones and a group text came at like 10 o'clock the night before and you weren't aware, then that's the situation that I'd be in because my dadgum phone is, you know, messing me up. So, no hick today, but it's too bad. I should say and, not but. And it's too bad. My man loves a Gator minor sport, doesn't he, E?
That man loves Gators.
He loves a Gator minor sport, man. Nobody will get more fired up for, you know, women's field hockey than Dan Hicken. To him, they're all the same, right? If the women's tennis teams wins the national title, he acts like, you know, men's basketball just took home the crown. And so it'll be a T-shirt for my guy. The men's outdoor track and field won for a three-peat. So Hick's going to have to order him. You know, he's now taken to ordering all these minor sports T-shirts when they win the Natty. And by the way, that's also where I kind of beg for one if the baseball wins, right? Because he's now become shirt guy and he buys them for everyone. So now I kind of weasel my way in there. I don't need anybody on the text line telling me it's time to get an iPhone. Because that's not the issue. My wife's phone is worse than mine, and she has an iPhone. So you iPhone snobs are some piece of work.
I was like, whoever said that was reading my mind. I was going to challenge you.
Y'all are so full of crap, you iPhone users.
For 30 days, see how you like it, though.
Y'all are so full of crap, you iPhone people,
bro,
man.
Just try it for 30
You're
days,
unbelievable. Why you think that your iPhone is any different or better than the Android? It's just not. It's a lie. I don't know why y'all are thinking. Steve Jobs. Apple.
Stop
Come on,
the
man.
cap.
Yeah, man. A bunch of sheep, man. All right. I'm going to leave Android. I'm going to go to one of these, these cell phones you see like on the infomercials.
Right.
New Pixel phone by Unicorn. I'm going to get the Unicorn. That's not. Listen, by the way, I'm not walking around with a Unicorn Pixel. I got like the top of the line Samsung here. You and your iPhone cronies can all take a flying leap, man. Such snobs.
Yeah.
I love it. It's way better. How do y'all know it's better? How do y'all know what I want?
I know, right?
That's like telling me that, you know, that strawberry's way better than chocolate.
The mangoes.
Yeah. But I need a new phone. It's old. That's why it's happening. It's not because the one I have in particular. If you had an iPhone 4, which would basically be what this is, I've been this thing for 10 years, man. Or close. But I do need a new one. Anyway, people are asking, and because they ask, I find out. This sums up our guy as good as we can sum up Daniel Murphy.
Oh, yeah, I'm listening.
Murph, who will be back with us this Wednesday, I believe, last week was in London because the Mets and the Phillies. By the way, remember we were talking about that baseball hat that had Ohtani's number and Judge's number and how disgusting that was?
Yeah.
Over in England, they literally were putting out jerseys that had both a Phillies logo and a Mets logo. And if you're from here, that is just like blasphemy, man.
Phillies, Mets.
Logo on the same jersey.
So, all right, educate me. Are they rivals?
Big time.
Oh, yeah, you can't do
Big
that.
time
man.
hated rivals, yes. Phillies, Braves, Mets. Those three have big rivalries.
yeah.
If the Nats get good, they can join. But yeah, they're division rivals. They have been for Phillies and Mets for years and years. And we know New York, Philly close together. So yeah, big, huge, hated rivals. So you can't. What are we doing, London?
Does it sell?
That's a London thing. If you live over there, you don't know the difference.
Right.
Oh, I'm gonna go to the game. I got this jersey. It's got right.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's got no. But anyway, because it's the Mets and the Phillies, Daniel Murphy was over there, spreading the love and, the message of baseball and all that. And part of it, remember, he was going to have a home run contest against Chase Utley, a former member of the Phillies.
Get them taters.
So after, taking part in some of the festivities and the fun, before the two teams, they end up splitting the games. The Phillies won Saturday, the Mets won yesterday. Murph was asked what his favorite moment of the day was. You know what his answer was? One word? Winning. Yeah, he won the home run contest. He won the home run derby along with Chase Utley. It was kind of a weird set. They were there in Trafalgar Square. It's called the Trafalgar Square Takeover. Cheers and boos filling the square in London. Phillies fan made their presence known at a Friday night gathering before Game 1 of the London series. And it was there that Utley and Murph went head-to-head. And, of course, since it was more Phillies fans, they were giving Murphy the business. Murphy and Utley did not compete alone. They had a couple of UK Gladiators, the TV series American Gladiators, or the British version. They had a couple of those athletes there, and they got to try, of course, not be successful. And then it was kind of like a virtual screen. It was like hitting into a simulator. They weren't out on a baseball field. They were hitting into a green screen. And Murph, by the way, said he was nervous. He's played in front of thousands in his career, but he didn't show the. Yeah, I can believe that. Murph is that way.
Dang.
He said the boos and jeers didn't bother him. He hit 4 home runs over his 2 rounds to secure the victory and silence the Philly fans.
Hey,
go get him, Murph.
Bring that thing home, Murph.
We send our guy over there, Murph. It's to win, baby.
All we do is win, no matter what.
That's what we do. I'm looking at we had this list over before. What did I say that Ron Dane was? 2000?
Like 2009 or a little bit over 2000.
He's not on the, I've got the list, and that doesn't crack the top 10. You're right, but he's not even on. Christian McCaffrey had over 2,000. There's a lot of guys that did this. Tevin Coleman had over 2,000. We're looking at college.
Tevin Coleman rushing yards?
Yeah, 2014 at 2,036.
Wow.
Rashawn Salam, Chubba Hubbard. Larry Johnson at Penn State at 2,087. Bryce Love, remember him from Stanford?
Yep.
Ricky Williams
Small
at Texas. Guy. Matt Fournette. Donnell Pumphrey. Man, San Diego State puts out some dudes now.
Donnell Pumphrey. I don't know that name.
Pumphrey was he was a draft pick about 10 years ago. He was a little dude, as I remember. San Diego State also had Rashad Penny, and of course Marshall Faulk was San Diego State. What did he max out at? Man, it gets cheap once you get into the 1900s.
Yeah.
Pumphrey again, 1867. George Jones, San Diego State's put out some backs. I don't see Marshall Faulk. Maybe this list I have is just kind of forgetting people. I don't know. All right, how the umpires lost all control. Exhibit A, Clemson. Those umpires in Clemson yesterday were so bad. It all started early in the game. It's like second inning. So chopper back to the mound. Jack Caglione fielded the chopper. His momentum was taking him toward the first base line. He was just going to tag the guy out. The guy kind of threw a little bit of a forearm. Caglione bowed up a little bit and, light shove back. Then the coaches, the programs, it was handled exactly like you would want someone to handle it. It never got more physical. No one ever touched each other. They kept everyone off the field. Somehow the umpires went back, looked at tape, and found a Clemson guy that they could kick out of the game. It was weak. It was terrible, and it cost 20 minutes. They took them 20 minutes to do it. Just gross. Later in the game, it's 13th inning now. Alden Mathis has hit a go-ahead home run in the top of the 13th. He hits a home run with 2 outs. He looked at his teammate after he hit the home run, spiked his bat to the ground. Now, E.T., in fairness, do we not see that all the time in college baseball?
All the time.
After Mathis touched home plate umpire Greg Harmon called for a meeting with his fellow umpires to discuss the bat spike, deciding if they needed to discipline the Clemson senior. And once they huddled, Clemson developmental coach Jack Leggett came out of the dugout yelling at the umpires. Leggett was the first one to get tossed, and the manager came out. Eric Bakich is their manager. Came to Leggett's defense. He got tossed as well. And while he was walking off the field, he gestured to the crowd to get loud and help carry the Tigers to victory. So again, the umps, they already have cost you 20 minutes, and now they're going to get the guy for. Listen, even if you're a fan of the other team, does it even bother you anymore? Guy hits a home run, takes 4 steps, turns to his dugout and slams the. Listen, if you want to turn to their dugout and spike the bat, all right, maybe we got a little different game. But to do it, celebrate with your own team, bat spike, does anyone care anymore?
They shouldn't.
And they
if I flex at my team, getting them going, it shouldn't matter.
So, 13-inning game, twice the umpires lost total control of the game and then made it worse with their getting 4 knuckleheads together. You're just going to get a bigger knucklehead solution, I guess. And I really thought it was just I don't know what it is about Major League umps, man. I don't know why they carry this arrogance and this buffoonery as part of their essence, but I really can't stand them. And it's now gone from the major league to the college level. Just stop it. You're not that important, Chief. I don't know what you hit in American Legion when you were 16. Those days are long gone. Just call the game, man. Just call it fairly and accurately. It's a Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Keep your quarter panel clean with 1010XL.
Missed it by that much. Wow.
Sunday, Iowa Speedway. Brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234 on Jacksonville's NASCAR station, 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Imagine waking up this time next week and being 100% debt-free. No credit cards, no car loan, no personal loan. Hey, Prosser here. Loan Pronto's Equity Express line of credit can make it happen. Homeowners are turning their home equity into cash almost instantly. With Loan Pronto's AI-based system, you can get approval in about 10 minutes with almost no documentation, no appraisal, and no hassle. You can get hundreds of thousands of dollars out of your home. Use that money to pay off all your other loans. The average homeowner saves over $850 a month doing this. Listen, your home value's way up. You can use that to wipe out all those credit cards and more. Get some money for home improvement. Literally hundreds of thousands are at your fingertips. And approval is just minutes away. So call now, 904-999-1508. 904-999-1508. That's loanpronto.com. Take that cash that you're living in and put it to use. NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, equal housing lender.
Don't make a bad call when it comes to servicing your home. Cooling off with a baby pool in the house to fix your air conditioning problem is a bad call. Trying to catch a wave in a flooded bathroom is a bad call. Using a burning electrical panel to make s'mores is a bad call. The next time something goes wrong, make a good call to Donovan.
Whether you need air, electric, or plumbing service, Donovan is always a good call. It's why we've been trusted by our customers for almost 40 years and why you can trust us to deliver fast, reliable service to your home. Donovan, always a good call.
Visit DonovanAC.com today.
Dang, missed the ball, broke the tee. No worries, I'll just go to golf-t-repair.com and get these babies fixed. Oh, and while I'm on the site, I'll check out the Pro Shop with exclusive apparel designed by Jacksonville for local golfers. golf-t-repair.com. Don't forget the hyphens. It's the place for golf stuff.
Hey, it's Joe C. And when you want to enhance your outdoor space, visit my friends at CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. They have everything you need, including true flame grills. Visit their showroom or schedule a free home estimate at cssoutdoor.com.
If you're an experienced, skilled plumber or welder that's MedGas certified and you're tired of working for a company that just doesn't treat you right, Local 234 is the place for you. Their pay is the best in the business. You'll walk away with $35.09 an hour in your pocket. With benefits, that's just over $50 an hour. Local 234 has been around since 1901, and that means something. Visit UA234.com to send your resume. Local 234. Make the right connection.
Hey, Hicken here with Zero Res. If you like me, you like to sit on that sofa and recliner and watch a good game, right? You unwind from the day. Sometimes TV time means food, drink, and a mess, too. That's where you get the Zero Res truck out and get that furniture looking great again. And by the way, June is the time to do it. Zero Res offering 25% off all upholstery cleaning, 25% off a sectional, 25% off a sofa, 25% off a love seat, and 25% off your favorite recliner. Zero Res, man. You spell it forward, you spell it backwards. Zero Res. It's the right way to clean.
On the field, he brought the boom.
I'll always be a linebacker at heart.
He brings that attitude to the microphone.
I'm Jaguars Today's middle linebacker, Kyle McManus.
Friday from 10 to noon. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T. And the NBA playoffs are here, and it's the perfect time to elevate your game with MyBookie. With MyBookie, you can bet from anywhere, anytime, so you'll never miss a shot of making that straight cash, homie. You can even live stream and bet on the game right from the sportsbook, giving you everything you'll need to decide. Cash out or let it ride. MyBookie really makes it easy to get paid with tons of boosted props and slam dunk parlays. And new boosts are now posted on a daily. It's more than just a sports book. Buzzer beaters, underdog upsets, and a community to share in all of the sweats. Give yourself a head start today by using promo code 1010XL when you make your first deposit. That's 1010XL to claim a limited time bonus when you sign up and make your first deposit. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
You've probably heard the saying, it's not how hard you get hit, it's whether or not you get back up. Well, I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and I have a saying of my own. If you get hit with a personal injury or wrongful death, hit back and fight to make them pay. At Hastings Injury Law, we have the experience you want if you or a loved one suffer a car or trucking accident or wrongful death. Just call 904-HIT-BACK and we'll help you get up and hit back. Office is Jacksonville.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Care you can see.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Oh, it's so annoying. Knock yourselves out,
right
man.
there.
Here's what I don't understand. Like, Android people don't go around telling iPhone people anything about their phone, but you guys think your poop don't stink, and like somehow having an iPhone makes you this higher level of, like, I don't know, citizen or person, but y'all are super annoying. You're like,
I ain't gonna lie, that is a I don't know where that come from or how that come about.
You're like the Karens of phone users.
We frown upon like those green bubbles whenever we get the text
Right,
messages.
it's just silly, man. Y'all just go love yourselves, man. Leave us alone. And by the way, I mean, at the end of the day, I got, again, let me just read this here. Did I read it already? I did, right? The guy says he works in a place. And they y'all just stop it. Yeah, just leave us alone, man. Okay. This is what I deal with. You ready?
Yeah.
I like to let you guys play along. This is fun. I'm not mad. This is what I deal with, right? We do the story on how I had to cover FSU Tennessee in the Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah.
Dwayne Goodrich, by the way, that was a player. And I said that Tennessee beat them and Fulmer and blah, blah, blah. And then I was kind of posturing it with FSU and Tennessee will play in the College World Series, right? No, like the fact that they met was a sidebar. I wasn't planning on doing a game recap of FSU Tennessee, the 1990, 98 championship game. That really wasn't my motivation. But so we do that story I mentioned, and I get this text. You ready? FSU starting quarterback was out. Are we really are we still sowing our feelings over the game that we're discussing why the game went the way it did? It was in 1998, buddy. I'm not reviewing the game. That wasn't this was a painful trip down memory lane, how I had to cover FSU Tennessee after Florida had lost to both of them. I said, yeah, so this is it. You ready, E? You ready?
Yeah.
This is 100% this is an iPhone user. You ready? FSU starting quarterback was out. Me. Yeah, I'm aware. I was there. Response. Slipped your mind? ? Wasn't doing a game recap. Had nothing to do with it. Just seems like an odd point to leave out given you were there, but whatever.
You sound like an iPhone user.
I said, it seems odd. I said, well, it doesn't seem nearly as odd as expecting a game recap. Now, you ready? And that's now I'm done. I check out. But this is the last. This is what I'm left with.
Uh-huh.
Not having your starter all season in the championship game and losing to a horrible T. Martin. But okay, Jeff, you win. No storyline there at all. Honestly, you don't get it. You're that far, don't get it. We're not talking about the 98 title game or reliving it. Tennessee and FSU are meeting in the College World Series. I was at that playoff game years ago. That's it and that's that. We're not talking about who played, who didn't, Winky hurt, not what? Stop it. Now get back on your iPhone, play,
Roblox,
Floppy Birds or Roblox or something, and yeah. And by the way, I'm down with this guy on the text line. I intentionally keep an Android just to annoy my iPhone elitist friends. I'm with you, brother. We're you and me together. You iPhone users, man, y'all need to check yourself. You're really kind of unlikable people. You're not all of you, obviously, but I never hear an Android person talking down to an iPhone person. And I hear iPhone people act like they invented the damn tool. Like they're so much smarter than you, they programmed it. You guys are like a bunch of vegans, man. You make sure everyone knows that you use it.
Like Cowboy fans.
Yeah, that's what you are. Bunch of damn Karens is what you are. NBA Finals now 2-0 Boston. We said this early. There are a couple things. There are a couple storylines, a couple or three, actually. I think the number one is Boston's just so much deeper. They can get help from other areas when guys aren't stepping up. So when Kyrie doesn't step up, as he has not for 2 games in a row, there's nobody filling that void for Dallas. Where if Boston gets a not as dominant as expected game from, Tatum or Brown, they've had either Porzingis or last night it was Drew Holiday step up. Jason Tatum only 18 points last night on 6 of 22 shooting. Jaylen Brown, 21 points. He was a little bit better, 8 of 15. But, yeah, Tatum was, 6 of 22 for 18 points, and they won by 7 because here's Drew Holiday. 11 of 14 from the field, 26 points, 11 rebounds. As I said, it was Porzingis the game before that. And it's not even a 2-man team for Dallas so far. It's a 1-man team. Kyrie is AWOL. He has not shown up.
Yeah, he hasn't. And that's not like him. And this is 2 games in a row. Is it because he's playing in Boston? Is it he's in his head? Clearly, like he has spurts, Jeff. You said this. Like Kyrie, he'll have a spurt, but he's just not consistent with it. Like Luka. Luka's giving you a triple-double almost every night. Now he'll give you that one-off night, but for the most part, you can count on Luka to show up. Kyrie, not so much.
Do you think anyone else on the team other than Kyrie or Luka will have a 20-point game the rest of the series?
I think so. Maybe one.
Maybe P.J.
person.
Washington?
Yeah,
I mean, who's it even going to be?
Or likely.
Yeah, Lively. Not much of a scorer, though. He's kind of a rebounder, and he's an energy guy. But, I mean, if but they got 17 from P.J. Washington last night. They got 11 from Derrick Jones Jr. They got Gafford will never be a scorer. They got 13 from Gafford. They were terrible from the free throw line, ET, 16 to 24.
One thing, they will jack that 3-ball up, man. Whew.
They all do, don't they?
Everybody.
The game,
man.
right?
Yes.
The game, the league has become, it has become heave a 3.
Now, is that Steph Curry, or was it going to trend like that regardless?
I mean, Steph feels like the first player that we considered a great player who is as one-dimensional as he is. He feels like the first. That guy's a 3-point shooter. That's all Steph is. Don't get me wrong. I know he can drive now and then. But he's
Say Steph, you think 3-ball.
That's it.
Yes,
That's all you think. That's all he does better than anyone else. But he does it so good that it makes him an all-time great.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's ever been an all-time great just because he could shoot the 3.
And
he might be the only one.
There's been great shooters.
Sure.
Great shooters.
And there have been great players who can also shoot. Larry Bird, but that's not what
right.
you didn't think of him as just being a 3-point creation.
No, right.
And part of it with Steph is he pushed the boundaries way beyond the 3-point line.
Right.
Right. He's the first guy shooting logos.
Right.
And now it's common. He certainly freed up that wild shooter in all of you.
Yeah, he was definitely that
he freed that guy. It's okay, boys. Pull it up from the logo.
Pull that thing wherever you want, boys.
Yeah, and for some guys it works, and for others it doesn't. But the Celtics go up 7. They win by 7 rather. They go up 2-0. I don't know. We go back to Dallas. Dallas can win a game 3, and I want to see a series, man. I want to see it go 7. I am rooting for Dallas, but I thought Boston win. I think Boston's better. I think they deserve to be the favorite, and they are. If you were going to throw a flyer, on from a speculation standpoint, you might put it on Dallas because you got the better odds there. But 2-0 Celtics. News came from women's basketball that they didn't put Caitlin Clark on the women's national team. I think that's a huge mistake. And I think everyone you guys all scream. Here's what I don't understand. In this age of entitlement where people get things for work they haven't done, that y'all have turned on Caitlin Clark, who actually got what she earned. You see what I'm saying? We want so many people to get either proper respect or attention for and don't have the accomplishment to go along with it. And it's like the reverse effect on Caitlin, who shot herself into the women's record books by breaking records with her play, not with her personality or her TikTok page or anything else. She did it by just playing basketball and scoring. And the girls especially turned on her so bad. It's a bad look, man. It's a bad look. And she should be she is one of the best 12 American women's basketball players. That's why she should be on there. Not because she's popular. That's not the only reason. She should be on the team because she's one of the 12 best. And she is.
You think she's one of the 12 best players in WNBA?
Sure I do. You bet I do. You bet I do. I mean, she's been in the league for, again, I know it's an incredible standard that comes before her. I know she's battled turnovers and had some really big turnover games. Luka had 11 last night. He must suck, huh? But she's had, how many games have they played? 10? 8 or 10? She had 2 30-point games. She's 10 games in. She's already set the rookie record for 3-pointers in a game. Does that sound terrible?
No.
Right?
No.
But if you ask the haters, because they love to hate on a girl they feel hadn't earned her stripes. Don't know why. Set the all-time leading scoring record and took her team to the national championship game 2 years in a row. Sounds kind of bird-like to me. But she will not be on. As she's handled all of this negativity and jealousy and pettiness that goes all the way back to college with just not paying any attention. Stream hers to play on the Olympic team. She'll try and do it again some other time. Scotty Scheffler has won a golf tournament for the first time outside the month of March. Now, there's only a handful of guys that have won 5 golf tournaments before the end of June. And he'll have an opportunity, starting with the U.S. Open this week, to make it 6. And the Gators and the Noles are off to the College World Series. There's just one spot left. Georgia and NC State will play today. And, man, there is a monopoly on hotel rooms. The ACC and SEC conference offices can just block them all off. 3 ACC teams, FSU, North Carolina, Virginia, already in. 4 SEC teams, Florida, Kentucky, Texas, A&M, and Tennessee are already in. And then it's an ACC-SEC matchup for the final spot, Georgia and NC State meet today. Back to put a wrap on the show. It's been the Monday Morning Quarterback, DivorceMenOnly.com. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. The U.S. Open. Experience the fun of fantasy golf during the U.S. Open. Win $1,000 of jewelry from Beards Diamonds. Brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors and MyBookie. Enter at 1010XL.com.
Mia here. Why Arlington Toyota? How about a huge selection of new vehicles in stock, on the ground, in one location? And every new Toyota purchase comes with Arlington's lifetime warranty, unlimited time, and miles. 60-day exchange program. Yes, you heard that right. 60 days to love your new purchase or exchange it for one that you do. Plus, Arlington's credit helper to help you get financed. There's even complimentary car washes with every service, and so much more. Shop arlingtontoyota.com today.
Chelsea here from Renewal by Anderson, where we deliver custom-designed energy savings windows and doors. Did you know our unique Fibrix material combines elegance and resilience, offering double the strength of traditional vinyl? Now through June, buy one window or patio door and receive 40% off, plus 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 12 months. Restrictions apply. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com for details. License number CGC 1527613.
How nice would it be not to worry about your AC unit for 10 years? What? Vaughn's Heating and Air, standing by their units for 10 years. Imagine not having to think about your AC unit for a decade. Vaughn's 10-year warranty covers the parts, labor, and refrigerant. Basically everything. No fictional problems that will cost thousands. This is legit. An AC unit with no repair costs. Wouldn't that be nice? So remember, if your AC unit won't turn on, just call Vaughn's. That's Vaughn's Heating and Air.
Pross, I'm thinking about changing my name.
Again? You're already the media mogul, the straw that stirs the drink, the Duke of Pablo Bay. Now what?
Refer to me as Dreamfinder's Danny Hicken.
What in the blazes? Is this a cash grab?
No, it's just that I believe so much in Dreamfinder's homes. 20 locations in Northeast Florida, official home builder of Jags and Gators. Great opportunity for first-time homeowners.
All right. Dreamfinder's Danny it is.
Did I mention the lowest interest rates you can find? Visit DreamfindersHomes.com. Now let Dreamfinder's Danny celebrate through the majesty of song. Dreamfinders,
oh, brother.
I believe they will build your home just right.
Are you looking for that perfect Father's Day gift? Look no further than Shooters this Thursday through Sunday, June 13th through the 16th. Shooters and Smith & Wesson are bringing you the largest Smith & Wesson sale of the year with the largest savings of the year. Click away with a Smith & Wesson M&P 1522, very affordable, just $429. Save $70. The most popular small frame defense revolver on the market, the Airweight 38 Special, for only $469. Save $70. The hottest selling concealed carry pistol, the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus 9mm for only $399. You save $150. Get unmatched value with the new Smith & Wesson SD9 2.0 handgun for a low $279. Save $80. Shooters and Smith & Wesson Father's Day sale, the largest sale of the year, June 13th through the 16th at Shooters, 5085 University Boulevard West. See the full ad at shootersjacks.com. shootersjacks.com.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Instant Keys saves the day if you have lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call 722-1111.
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, you spend a lot of time talking about diamonds, but what about some of the colored stones we see?
Frank, when you talk about colored stones, there are literally hundreds of varieties and species in the gem kingdom. As certified gemologists, we're trained gemologically on the identification of each of these and can separate the man-made synthetics and imitations from the real thing. But at Underwoods, we can go to the next step. At Underwoods, we're active buyers of loose colored stones in the world markets, so we have an understanding of the values of colored stones as they relate back to the various qualities. In fact, just like diamonds, we buy most of our colored stones loose, then create the pieces of jewelry to hold the gems. You can be assured not only of the authenticity and quality of our colored stone jewelry, but also of the value. So if you're in the market for a fine quality emerald, sapphire, ruby, aquamarine, amethyst, citrine, tourmaline, peridot, or any other gemstone, come by and see us at Underwoods.
Hey, certainly facing some interesting economic times. I can't speak for all of us, but comforting for me to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. I'm not an expert when it comes to investing, higher interest rates, 401ks, SEP IRAs. You tell me. I found guys I can trust, and I know I trust them because as I move closer to retirement, my money grows, and that's because of Chris Bryant, Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, and Reed Wingate. And not just me, from Junebug to Drew, 3 generations of Hickens invest at ITP Partners, and they listen and give us each individualized strategies where our goals are the priority. Financial need or question, Chris at ITPPartners.com or call 312-9751. That's 312-9751. ITP Partners, my financial partners for life.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting.
David Lane here again for Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. After several surgeries for age-old issues, mainly my back and shoulders, there's no doubt that Southeast Orthopedic Specialists is my sustaining resource for living pain-free. Take it from me, and I'm being really honest here, there's no better orthopedic facility here in Jacksonville.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is Keith Catlin for Catlin Truck Accessories, and we are so blessed to be in business for over 100 years. Over 100 years of the best product and customer service means you can count on Catlin. From roll-and lock bed covers to Lear toppers to cam locker toolboxes, Catlin Truck Accessories has you covered when it comes to your truck or van. We do those too. Got a fleet of vehicles? We can outfit them all.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
One name, one location, 100 years, you can count on Catlin.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the Cool Down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
We have friends, that will say a beat reporter without a beat. Like a big sports fan, he's always trying to present things as if he's breaking news. There's a lot of beat reporters for women's basketball without a beat. It's amazing, all you experts in women's basketball. First of all, please don't admit to me you watch enough WNBA to break it down and categorize it. It's unwatchable, quite frankly. And so, my takeaway is if you think that Caitlin Clark shouldn't be on the women's national team, I can't help you. You don't understand how it works, how sports get better, how they grow. And to act like it would be a gift because she's got 5 turnovers a game right out of the gates her rookie year, it's just silliness, man. Y'all are just silly. Y'all ain't watched women's basketball your whole lives. Somebody comes along and makes it watchable, and now y'all want to show the basketball, genius that you have. Come on, man. Y'all don't get it. Caitlin Clark should be on the team. Silliness. And you're going to go, no, which of the 12 should not be on, they asked me, E.T. I don't know. Any of them?
Dang.
Pick one. Don't matter. That's my cool down. I'm cool. Yeah.
My cool down, I'd say, we on the road this Friday, Jeffrey.
We are? We're going to where?
Pickleball.
Oh, man. I've never played.
Yeah, me neither. It's the fastest growing sport in America, but we're your neck of the woods, man. St. John's, Fruit Cove.
Okay.
I guess the slots are all booked up. All 35 slots are booked up.
You bet they are.
But come out at 8:30. They're going to teach you how to play pickleball as a clinic. And then Dan, Jeff, and myself, we're going to get down in the pickleball exhibition.
Hopefully we'll just won't hopefully we won't like pull a quad or something. I'm kind of worried about putting you out there.
Yeah,
Dan and I are the old ones, but you got that hamstring in there that we've been nursing now for about 16 months.
Yeah, coming up to it, man.
Your guy would be. I'm speaking for your guy. All right, that'll do it too. It's been the Monday Morning Quarterback. We'll see you tomorrow. DivorcemenOnly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.